Canada and the Star-Spangled Banner.
National anthem, everybody.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
May God bless the men and women who have served our country, who have stood a post both for Canada and for the United States. Blessings for those soldiers from the past, those currently, and prayers for those who will in the future represent our countries, and bless them and their families. Many people don't look into the fact that the moms, the dads, the sons, the daughters, brothers and sisters, they all serve in their own unique way. May God look down and have blessings on all of them. Welcome into Orioles baseball against the Toronto Blue Jays. First place, Toronto Blue Jays at that. Hello to Zippity Doo Doug. Let me say, I'll jump up here real quick. I want to say hello. We had a couple people come in early. I wanted to say hello to. Zippity Doo Doug, Rinser, hello. Laromi Larazette. Laromi Lazarette. Hello, Lazart. I hope I'm saying that right. What a cool name. Laromi. Welcome in. Nice to see you here today. Rinser's here. Kevin Hawthorne is here. Monorail Molly is in the house. Hello, William. Welcome in here. I got to do this. I'm contractually obligated.
Doug.
Welcome into everybody. And Walt is in here.
Idly ho, neighborinos.
Hello, Walter, my broadcasting partner channel out there. Walt, if you're bored and you want to come in with me, you're always more than welcome. Tiki Man Tim, hello. Good to see you as well. We do need a win. Need a win bad. I don't know if you're still down on the beach or not, Walt.
This patient at 105.
You might still at a beach somewhere with a couple of nerds. I don't know. Welcome in. Good to see you guys. We need one bad. Need a good pitching outing here is what I need, first off.
I am Dr. Kate Viola.
Oh, that water tastes so good. I'm in a cold water thing. You're more than welcome to if you want, Walt. More than welcome. Gonna check it out today. Let's talk about the lineups we have going for the visiting Toronto Blue Jays. Bichette, Gurriel, Santander, Jimenez, Singer, and Wagner. Kirk, Lukes, and Rodon. Pitcher is going to be Francis 3.18 ERA. Battling against your Orioles. It's going to be interesting to see how this flow goes. I wonder if I need to zoom out a little bit on this. I think actually I do, so that I can get the pitching matchups down the bottom. So let me do this real quick. View.
Saturday afternoon from Memorial Park at Camden Yards as the O's begin
Zoom out.
It's the first orange out
View.
Saturday of the year.
Zoom out. Nope. That's not what I want.
As the O's host the Blue Jays in the first of a 2-game series. And it is truly an orange out.
It is an orange out today, too.
Kevin Brown, Orioles Hall of Famer Brian Roberts, a few dozen of our closest friends. I thought we were doing baseball uniform. Where are your pants? Well, we're going reverse today. You're the baseball guy, I'm the broadcaster, so we're going to mix it up a little bit. Yeah, first baseball pants for me since 2007, I think. The Orioles wearing these uniforms for the first time in since 1972. You wore them
since 72.
2010. Yeah, we brought out the all orange. I love that they're bringing it back. I think it's great. I think it's a tradition, something that, brings the Orioles back to the old days. So, Tomoyuki Sagano's Oriole home debut comes in all orange. He'll never forget this uniform. And he was really, really good last time out. Yeah, obviously 2 starts in. It's been a little bit different each one. The first one, I think he had a lot of nerves. We know he came out with a hand cramp.
I love the uniforms. Yeah, I'm big time on them. It's first time since 72. It's the 66 champion team wore these as well.
But that happens here and there. I think Sagano is going to be a guy who is so consistent.
Sagano on the mound. Need a big outing from him.
1.7 walks per 9 innings in over 1,800 innings in Japan. He's a guy who knows how to work the corners. He's not going to leave a lot of balls out over the middle of the plate. And we know the Orioles need somebody to pick this rotation up right now because they've been struggling a little bit, and I expect him to do a great job here tonight. The Jays against Sagano and the rest of the Orioles, and this orange crush all around us.
A lot of orange down there in the stadium today. I love it.
Oh, it's good to be home. First pitch, Orioles Jays, is right around the corner.
Oh, no.
Getting in an accident.
Remember what I can do.
Your car's totaled and you can't work.
There's going to be so much to do.
I want the pitching down there.
You need a lawyer? You have a lawyer. Call us, Science and Kirk.
They can get started on your case right away.
View.
Call, email, or text right from their website. YouHaveALawyer.com.
It doesn't cost anything to talk to one of their lawyers.
Call Science and Kirk at 1-800-LAWYERS or visit YouHaveALawyer.com. If you have a phone, you have a lawyer.
I say yes, straight deal.
Yes means I got the car to fit my budget. Yes means Jack gave me the lowest interest rate.
Yes means exceptional
Nope.
customer
All right.
service. They treated us like
Not today.
Yes means Jack has my back.
Yes means I got the largest selection to choose from. I got the car of my dreams.
Yes means I got...
Last set of commercials before we get going here, everybody. Last set.
Says yes at all 11 Antwerpen locations. When I say yes, you pay less.
Welcome, William. Welcome, Alex.
We could tell you what it's capable of. Or you could find
Glad you guys are here today. Hit that like. Hit the sub if you're new.
bringing home a new best friend with Dutch Access Expert Vet Care 24/7, including same-day virtual appointments
Hold on.
and guidance on nutrition and behavior. With convenient, trusted care just a tap away and
Sorry, I got to check something here real quick.
Dutch is here for all your new parent questions and those everyday uh-oh moments. Because
7-9.
at Dutch, we're more than a service. We're by your side every step of the way. Dutch, expert care whenever and...
Dun, dun, dun.
We could tell you what it's capable of. Or you could find out for yourself. How we get there matters.
The first orange out Saturday of the year.
We are at 11:20 a.m.
Orange out T-shirt. The man who's been probably the Orioles MVP through the first couple of weeks. So Mullins will be in his customary center field position today.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Sagano on the mound. Birds are ready to go.
Shortly, for the first time ever at Camden Yards, the Orioles will go orange on top of
orange on top of orange. Yes, sir.
Yesterday, Mother Nature had other plans. It rained from morning to night, and so that game got part of a split doubleheader in July. Feast your eyes, folks. Welcome to the pumpkin patch. It's an all-orange affair for Tomoyuki Sagano.
All right, Sagano making his way back out to the mound. We're about ready to roll.
Since 2010, first time in Baltimore since 1972. So that is the uniform of choice for the right-hander out of Japan.
The right-hander out of Japan.
Yeah, you see it's his third start of the season, a 1-1 record. 9 1/3 innings pitched, 243 opponents average. The walk's a little bit higher than typical for him over the course of his career in Japan, but I expect that to come down as the season continues to roll on.
Sagano throws a splitter, a cutter, a four-seam, sweeper, sinker, and curveball. He's got a good arsenal. He's got to move it around. He needs placement. Have you any Major League Baseball players? I have no idea what you're asking me, William. I'm sorry.
It is a legitimate 6-pitch mix for Sagano. Yeah, it really is, KB. I mean, he is going to mix it up every time out. I think he's the kind of guy who's going to go with what he's comfortable with each and every outing. He's going to see what his feel is. He's got enough in that arsenal to be able to use whatever he wants. The split has got hit a little bit harder probably early on in the season than typical for him. Been up in the zone a little bit more, but he's had pretty good success with the fastball.
Brendan, what's up? How you doing, brother? Welcome into the show. All right, Bichette, Guerrero, Santander, Jimenez, Springer, Wagner, Kirk, Lukes, and Rodin. Let's do it. Have you met? Yeah, I've met a ton of Major League Baseball players. Sure have.
The Jays in all baby blue, the Orioles in all orange.
First pitch swinging, Bichette. Line drive, that's going to get up the gap. That's going to be a leadoff double for Bichette.
And lining a pitch into the gap. The first pitch of this homestand.
Well, that was not what we wanted to start the game. One pitch, one on.
Well, he's been a different guy in 20.
Slim Jim, welcome in.
He was tied for second in the American League and hard hit balls coming in, and he gets a 93-mile-an-hour fastball down and in, and he was ready right from the get.
Nice piece of hitting by Bichette. He was sitting first ball fastball, no doubt. Vlad Guerrero up there now.
That was 110 from Bichette.
88 for a change. Strike one to Vlad. There's not a lot of people there today, and it is a cold, rainy day in Baltimore.
Guerrero recently signed a 14-year mega extension with $500 million.
Line drive shot. That's going to be another hit. 2 for 2 for the Blue Jays. Play it on a hop. RBI single. No, double for Vlad. Back-to-back doubles. And they're up 1-0. Hello, Tina. Welcome in. Here comes Santander for his first at bat. A lot of love for the Baltimore fans, for Santander, for all the years here.
A nice ovation for an old friend of ours. Anthony Santander spent his first 8 seasons as an Oriole, 100
sweet
home runs with the O's, including 44 a year ago. And for the first time ever, he emerges from the visiting dugout.
First pitch inside, 1-0.
Fastball inside. Yeah, it's great to hear that reception. Certainly one of the better rules.
You'll be at the Texas Rangers game. Nice. Enjoy yourself.
I played with another right fielder, Kay Gibbons, who was a Rule 5 pick. Some similarities. They both hit a lot of homers in this ballpark. So
Santander up there. 1-0 count coming to him.
All-Star a year ago.
Ball down low.
Maybe one day, maybe joining you in the Orioles Hall of Fame, because 81 home runs in this park, 11 Utah Street home runs are great, but it's the big hits, the leadership he showed the last couple of years as his team pushed its way back to contention that folks here will really remember.
Strike, go to quarter right there, 2-1. What's up, Rinser? Welcome in.
Getting into this Orioles lineup. I know talking to a lot of the hitters, you know, Anthony is a guy who studies
2 balls, 1 strike to the left-handed hitting DH for the Blue Jays.
studies pitchers, and I think he's helped a lot of these young guys early on in their career.
Ground ball back to Sagano. Nice play. Way to field your position. 1 away. 1-3 on the out.
Is retired on the splitter. I think that's what we're going to see more and more of from Sagano. That split that gets down and away to the lefties, gets a lot of ground balls. Really good pitch right there. Also able to keep Guerrero at second without moving up with nobody out.
1 out here in the inning. Jimenez, your second baseman, up there now. Hit that subscribe if you're new today. Welcome in. Jump in the chat and say hello. Pitch comes in up top for a ball.
Welcome to the clubhouse.
Welcome to the clubhouse. Thank you for subscribing.
Regular cleanup man is
Wish the NHL did Stanley Cup play some of the NBA, does it? Well, every organization has their way of doing things.
3 for 23.
Curveball to Jimenez outside. 2-0. Sagano's got to stop falling behind everybody. That's for sure. That's the first thing he's got to do.
Because of the rain out for John Schneider's crew. Swept at the bench, then took 3 of 4 in Boston.
2-0. Strike right there on the corner. 2-1.
Well, there's where he really wants to live. He is a guy who throws a lot of quality strikes. He's going to have to live on the corners, live at the top of the zone in the bottom. You don't want to get too many pitches over the heart of the plate. He's not going to overpower you.
Fly ball. Base hit left field. They're not going to score the run. They got 3 hits this inning. Vicky Gillespie, welcome in.
Second and third, so he can only get 2 third.
First and third. He can still get out of this with a double play and minimal.
Really, it was another good split. It's out off the plate. You see Jimenez, the bat shatters into about 50 pieces, and you know sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Just drops it out there into short left field for a base hit. Sagano would love to get something down in the zone, get Springer to roll over something, get a double play, and get out of this inning right here. George Springer has been one of the best hitters in the majors so far.
1 out here in the inning with Springer up there. Tough right-handed hitter for the Jays. Strike right there. No, called a ball. He's just missed it inside.
George Springer has quite the track record, but this is a start that came out of nowhere. He had a brutal spring training results-wise. Hit 108 in 15 games. OPS was 514.
Ball outside, 2-0.
Said he feels great. And we see it with Cedric Mullins. Sometimes spring training numbers don't mean anything. If your process is good, I'd say this is a pretty good process. Springer's been around a long time, and I used to watch Miguel Tejada struggle every single spring, and it didn't matter one bit. But you know, Springer's stats over the last couple of years have continued.
Foul ball.
So I think more than anything that's surprising is you look over the last few years, his OPS has gone with Toronto from 21 to 24, from 907, 814, 732 to 674. Now all of a sudden he's back to almost the old Astros hitter or early Blue Jays.
Miss Jennifer Caruso, welcome in. Thank you for joining today. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the inning. Back to first. Jimenez back in, getting his jersey dirty.
11 big league years, this being his 12th now, where he was a below average offensive player. Well above average pretty much every year.
Springer kicks and deals. Popped up in the infield. Second baseman in. Holiday. He'll make the catch. 2 outs in the inning. That's a big out right there. Defense for the Orioles. Herkstead, Mullins, O'Neill, left to right. Westberg, Henderson, Holiday, Mountcastle around the infield. Rushman behind the plate.
Ryan Mountcastle at first, Adley Rushman behind the plate. Obviously, Sagano on the mound. We're going to hold the Jays to 1. We'll face Will Wagner, 26-year-old third baseman.
Ball outside, 1-0.
It'd be huge if he get out of this inning with just 1 run allowed. He didn't get the ground ball from Springer, but he got a nice infield pop.
Spaceship Ears, welcome in.
Big second out right there. Second-year player Springer. Rookie stat.
1-0 pitch coming in. Swing and a miss down low. Wagner trying to tee off and missed it.
The one he's looking for, the one that just dives down and away to the left-handed hitter. You see, when he really gets on top of that thing, you see that downward left to right movement. Wagner swings way over the top of it.
1-1. Ball inside, 2-1.
Mark Wagner is out of ball 2.
Umpires are already missing calls.
For the game out on the field. And this is
Thank you, John. Let's get 8 subscribers today. Get up over that 230 mark. 2-1 pitch coming from Sagano. Swing and a miss. Runner goes. Save. He steals the bag.
Andres Jimenez sneaks in there for a 2-out steal on strike 2. The Jays put a lot of emphasis on base running during spring training. You see right there.
2 outs in the inning, Slim. 2 outs in the inning.
It's a splitter down and away. It's not an easy pitch to throw on.
He's in there. That's a stolen bag, no doubt.
With the split down and away, it just makes it tough to throw somebody who run like Jimenez out.
2 outs here. You got to focus on the batter.
That doesn't reflect how well Adley's thrown it this year. Second and third, 2.
Ball 3 outside, 3-2.
Yeah, I really take catchers' throwing numbers with a grain of salt, because I know for myself, stealing bases, 90% of it you're getting it off the pitcher. You know, unless you just get a terrible jump. But catchers can only do so much behind the plate sometimes. 3-2.
Fouls that one off again.
I do think Sagano has a good split going today. Most of them have been down and away, diving. Wagner's a guy, though, right here. You could get him with a fastball. He struck out 6 out of 15 at-bats against the fastball. He's thrown him a lot of off-speed. Might try to see him sneak a heater by him right here at 3-2.
Now he's going to go back to the splitter again. It's working. Why would he change it? Splitter again. Or cutter, either way. Fouled off again, 3-2.
He's only slugging at 294. He only has 8 hits, but 5 walks, 333 on base. Professional at-bats early on for the rookie. He's looking for a few more hits to fall. Orioles hope he won't get one here on the 8th pitch.
Fouls off another one.
There was that 4-seam we were thinking about, 94. Yeah, that was the one I think you really wanted to get him out on. It was a good pitch. And again, kind of middle in, Wagner was able to just fight it off enough.
He's out here fouling balls off left and right.
Sagano, after an 89-pitch game Saturday at Kansas City, 5-3, was very efficient most of that game. On his 24th of this first inning.
Fouls off another one. We're coming up with a 10th pitch of the at-bat here.
These are those at-bats as a pitcher you get really frustrated with. I think he's tried almost all of those 6 pitches in his repertoire so far in this at-bat. Cannot seem to get that out pitch to Wagner.
3-2 again on the 10th pitch of the at-bat.
Ball here. A 10th pitch coming to Wagner.
Line drive, center field. Mullins right there. He'll make the play, and that'll end the inning. Toronto gets 1 in the first. Orioles coming to bat. Henderson, Rushman, O'Hearn coming up.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like getting Bateman. When you
Henderson, Rushman, O'Hearn. We'll give you the rest of the lineup in just a little bit here.
Never play with poison ivy.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bateman, please. So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm. Oh, I get it now. Poison ivy. In baseball, all the action starts here with me. Even though I get dirty, hit, and slid into, I'm part of every Orioles home run, which could be awesome for you when you play Home Run Riches from the Maryland Lottery. You could win instantly or be a contestant of the game and win
Welcome in. Thank you for joining today.
500 for every Orioles home run and 5,000 for every grand slam. Yep, there's no place like home. Enter all season at mdlottery.com.
Yeah, Jonathan's from there. Absolutely. Toronto's a beautiful city. I've just seen it on paper. But definitely a
Onboard Wi-Fi
beautiful city.
wherever you go. How it should be. The Hyundai Elantra.
Dun, 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 dun. Waiting on them to come back. Orioles going to send Henderson, Rushman, O'Hearn, Westberg, Mullins, O'Neill, Kirkstead, Mountcastle, and Holiday is your lineup today.
Game 14 for the Orioles, and only their fourth home game of the year. Starting lineup for the O's there, 15th in the majors, middle of the pack, and runs per game at 4.2. Cedric Mullins.
Hello, Akaji.
Best hitter, bat fifth.
Tiki Man says hello.
For the second time this year, with very good numbers against the Jays pitcher, Baltimore Francis, who last year, B-Rock, turned into a surprising late season ace. It was off to a good start.
Yeah, Francis really after the All-Star break was phenomenal. You see so far this year, 2 starts, 3.18 ERA, a whip under 1, opponents hitting just 205. Last year after the All-Star break, he had 10 starts at a
Wonder who this is announcing with him today.
So, like you said, they found something before the break. He had a 5.82.
Mr. Condon, hello, Jeff. Welcome in. Gunnar Henderson up there now.
Curveball early in the count, but it's mostly fastball split.
Gunnar Henderson's first home at bat of the year.
Ball outside, 1-0.
On the road trip in Kansas City.
Let's go, O's, getting chanted already.
Clearing the all orange for the first time. It's been a tough start. 4 for 25, 10 strikeouts, 1 walk. Though he's hit hard just about everything he's put in play.
Ball upstairs, 2-0. Glad to hear that, Jennifer. Glad to hear that.
Yeah, he's in that first week or two of spring training still. And talking to him in the locker room today, he said he feels great. And he's hitting it hard, like you said, when he does. 11 of his 15 balls in play at 95.
Ground ball hit hard over to second. Up clean. Over to first. 1 away.
So many balls on the ground.
That was 109. He looks again. Right into the crowd. The opening out. Let's take a look at who's been getting it done. Presented by the Home Depot. Adley Rutschman tortured Toronto in his career. An on-base plus slugging over 1,000. Anything about 750 or up is considered pretty good. Adley has smashed through that, including 2 home runs and 3 hits on opening day this year.
Rushman up there, 1 away. First pitch strike right there. 93 miles an hour.
It's always fascinating to me to see guys who just rate certain teams because it's not always the same pitching.
Charge getting played.
Something about the ballpark that they really love, and it doesn't even matter who's on the mound that much, but it's always every guy had a ballpark that they loved hitting in. Obviously, Adley likes Camden Yards, but he obviously certainly loves the Rogers Center as well.
The Orioles off to a
1-1 coming. Fouls that one off. 1-2.
I loved Yankee Stadium, and I love to go to Anaheim.
Anaheim.
I did, yeah.
I don't hear that a lot as a preferred hitter's park.
I did. I don't know why. Well, I mean, for me, it wasn't all about homers, that's for sure. So some guys like them parks because of home runs. I just love the atmosphere there. The weather was always great. When I was going there, they had really good teams.
Rushman got up into one, but too high. Got under it more than through it. That's going to be an out in right field. That's a deep fly ball, but out nonetheless.
Take a look at the powder blue defense. You got Alan Roden out in left, Nathan Lucas in center, George Springer in right. We just saw Will Wagner playing third, Bo Bichette in short. Andres Jimenez at second base was phenomenal. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. over at first. Alejandro Kirk behind the plate. Bowden Francis on the mound.
I'm told by our crack research staff we did 337 in the city.
Okay, I was going to say, I hope it was good. I just felt like it was. I wasn't 100% sure, to be honest.
Outstanding. 5 homers, 40 games. All on Ryan O'Hearn.
O'Hearn, ball 1 to him.
He only hit 137 at Yankee Stadium.
I like the old Yankees.
I'm kidding. I actually
okay, well, I don't know either, but I like the old one better than the new one. I did. I know.
Curveball outside. Oh, catches the corner at the last second. 1-1. Ooh, that was ugly.
As you said, it's primarily.
Anybody, if you're brand new today, hit that subscribe. We'd love that if you would.
He's had a really unusual career.
Ground ball hit hard right at the second baseman. 1 hop over to first. 3 outs in the inning. We're going to the second inning already. We'll be back here just a minute.
Come check out the Zip-a-Dee-Doo Doug YouTube channel. Start your week right with Coffee Talk. Doug and Scallywag Steve for Disney news and what Disney YouTube creators are live for the day. Need a midweek pick-me-up? Hump Day Hangout is your go-to for hilarious banter, games, and the perfect escape from the workweek blues. And join Monorail Molly, Kelsey Elizabeth, and Doug for Shade Room Runway for the latest styles, fierce looks, and a runway show you won't want to miss. Whether you're looking for a laugh, a dose of inspiration, or just a good time, come check out the coolest YouTube channel out there, Zip-a-Dee-Doo Doug.
All right, check out Doug. One of the mods can drop his link in there for me. I'd really appreciate it. Tribe, how you doing, buddy?
With powerful performance and cutting-edge technology, putting you confidently in control, all with unmistakable Toyota style. Right now, buy a Camry with special low APR financing. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, Birdland, cheer on the Orioles against the Cincinnati Reds on Friday, April 18th, 7:05 at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Arrive early and score big. The first 15,000 fans will receive the first ever Orioles hockey jersey, presented by Lido Pizza. Add to your collection of Orioles swag with this exclusive jersey featuring the Angry Bird mascot and hockey stick. Enjoy a evening of action-packed Orioles baseball. Buy tickets at orioles.com/tickets.
Maria, hello, Maria Krupi. Welcome in. Walt is not happy with the team. You can check out Walt on Mouse Talk on his channel, also over on the Birdland Network.
1-0 lead for Toronto afternoon. Orange out Saturday, our first of the year, only the fourth home game of the season. As Tomoyuki Sugano.
First pitch to Kirk, that's a strike.
7, 8, 9 for the Jays. Kirk, Lucas, and Blue.
Kirk, fly ball center field. Mullins over. He'll make the play.
Orange out 2 straight day. Mullins has tracked down a couple. Good to see Sid off to such a great start. Got to talk to him a little bit today, too. Said he's feeling good. Said really for him it's been all about timing. And for no last year, he got off to a really slow start. So good to see that.
I will do it myself.
Really tough. In and out of the lineup, bottom of the lineup. Finished the season one of the Orioles' best hitters. And he's carried that into the year. His 8th season. So used to seeing Cedric and Anthony Santander play next to each other in the outfield. And once again, they are adversaries today. So went over to Nathan Lucas. Yeah, they went through a little stretch. It's kind of like Adam Jones and Nick Markakis out there in center and right field playing together for a long time. Really solidifying that outfield for the Orioles. Cedric told me during the Toronto series that he had a pretty simple message for Anthony. He said, buddy, you better hit it anywhere else. There's nothing worse than one of your buddies wanting to take a hit away from you that bad. Sugano with a rare 4-pitch walk. And it comes against the 30-year-old Lucas. Just a 158 hitter. Blue Jays' first walk of the game. We have Brandon Hyde there in his 7th year with the O's. Who was hoping his offense to get a consistent.
Apologize. I have to do my own monitoring.
Together. Hoping his starting pitchers can find a rhythm without.
All right. Runner walked, and I lost $150 because I wasn't paying attention. So that works out well. Runner on first, one away.
So 3 off days and 5 year the rotations.
Yeah,
that. I'm not sure yet how long Eflin will be out, but they don't need a fifth starter for a little while.
Ball outside.
I don't really think a team takes on its
1-1
until 30, 40, 50 games into a season. You know, I don't think there's too many people concerned about this offense. As you see Zach Eflin right there, that was certainly a disappointing loss for the Orioles for at least a period of time. But they've also
foul. It's a strike. 1-2.
That can dictate how well you swing the bat at times also. It's not always necessarily.
God, I can't believe I lost that bet.
And the peripheral numbers for the Orioles, talking to Cody Ashby, hitting coach, earlier today as well, they like the peripheral numbers. Their expected numbers are better than their actual numbers, and I think those do mean something at times for sure.
1-2. Popped foul.
2-strike sweeper. Maybe people get sick sometimes of hearing about expected numbers, but it's a long season. Every 2-week stretch is just that, 2 weeks. It is a small sample size, so there is a little confidence here. The Orioles are hitting the ball very hard. They're hitting it hard on the ground and very inopportune.
Outside, 2-2. Our pitching is atrocious. Orioles pitching is atrocious this year.
But there's hope for the offense, and the bullpen's been really good. The starting pitching remains.
Rodden, your right-handed hitter for right fielders, hitting 229.
537 so far.
Ball inside, 3-2. We're going to walk another one.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, they've really lost their top 2 starters, and that's not easy for any team to overcome. Obviously, that one turn in the rotation hasn't necessarily come up yet, but Drew French has done a terrific job with the staff, always does.
9th hitter in the lineup. Toronto looking to roll the lineup.
3-2.
Ground ball hit hard, base hit.
Base hit for Rote, and Lucas was on the run, so he'll easily.
Toronto runners all over the bases again in the second.
As Toronto has multiple runners on the second straight inning.
Well, you see the difference in how balls can bounce in the game of baseball. I mean, the Orioles have hit multiple balls, rocketed on the ground. They go right at somebody, and here you get a 12 hopper through the hole. You know, you got Mountcastle holding them on. It bounces through. Next thing you know, you got first and third instead of a double play or something like that. And Jimenez flared one into left that gave them first and third in the first inning. So sometimes the game of baseball is not necessarily fair.
A really dangerous spot now. Bichette double on the first pitch of the game.
Ball outside, 1-0.
What are you seeing with Sagano?
Well, I mean, to some degree, this is what you do get when you have somebody who's not overpowering. You got a guy who's got 6 pitches. He's going to mix it up. He's going to want to get guys to try to chase.
Need a double play bad here.
And he's going to live on the edges. And sometimes if guys aren't swinging.
Ball outside, 2-0.
Like he is right here to Bichette. In a very dangerous situation with 2-0. You see right here the percent of pitches on the edges. He was really good in Kansas City. Not quite as good in his first start in Toronto, but when you fall behind, this is the dangerous type of pitch right here.
And Bichette fouls away 2-0 sweeper.
Well, when you have 6 pitches, that's the beauty of it. There's never really necessarily a hitter's count that you can expect what you're going to get. And so I think Sagano, in 12 years, he's got a lot of experience. I mean, this is not a rookie. This is somebody who knows what he's doing out there on the mound, and I think he can work around a lot of this.
Pops it up foul. I don't think that's going to stay in play. That's a souvenir. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here, first and third.
Good sweeper pitch to get to 2-1, and then right there, jams Bichette like crazy on a fastball up and in. I really believe in the capabilities of his pitching and what he knows how to do. I think he's going to give the Orioles a lot of quality starts over the course of the year.
Throw to first, back over.
So you said the 8 and 9 hitters on. Lucas at third after a walk. Roden at first after a single. 2-2 for Bo Bichette. Guerrero looming on deck.
2-2, here it comes.
Now he wants it in again.
Line drive, base hit to right. Another run's in.
Base hit and a 2-0 Toronto lead.
This is the Bo Bichette we saw from 21 to 23, who led the major leagues in hits. He's phenomenal generally with 2 strikes. He spreads out. He's got a 2-strike approach. Sagano tried to sneak a heater by him right here, and yet his approach with 2 strikes almost all the time is to that right side of the field. That one obviously got a lot of plate. You see there's almost no stride, and he just goes to that 2-strike approach, a lot like Juan Soto does, and that's what makes him so good in those situations.
1 out here in the inning, 2-0 Toronto.
Early in the count, or else they're going to hurt you. And he's swinging the bat so well right now. He's not a guy you want to fall behind. Drew French out to visit along with team translator Yuto Sakurai. Zagato's Camden Yards debut has not gone according to the playbook so far. A run allowed in each of the first 2 innings.
Here comes Guerrero, 1 for 1. He doubled already today. Hit that subscribe if you're new. We're trying to get up to 330. Would really appreciate the support. First pitch, strike right down the middle. Lucky he took that.
The other thing, KB, you get a walk, and those walks tend to kill you at Major League Double. And in Toronto, Zagato gave up a walk that came around and scored. This Toronto lineup is not that deep as you look at it, but this top of the order.
Crambo hit hard over to third, up to second for 1, back to first. Got it, double play. Needed that bad. Got to stop giving up a run an inning, or it's going to be a really long game. Bottom of the second inning coming up.
What you want right here. Westy gets a nice short hop, little bobble, plenty of time for Jackson with that cannon over at second base. Big double play right there.
Jason is really fired up for the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Challenge.
Westberg, Mullins, O'Neill due up. Westberg, Mullins, O'Neill. Orioles looking for their first hit. Eric Woodward, hello, welcome in.
So, what are you working on? Spring Black Friday. Can I save on flowers?
And soil too. Can I save on drills?
Blowers too. Do more this season with Spring Black Friday savings now through April 16th.
Bottom of the inning coming up.
We all have our own way of waking up. Whatever gets you going, keep doing it. And when it comes to banking, you should get to do things your way too.
I gotta get this office cleaned up here a little bit. Too much stuff piling up. Have to do that in between games tonight.
Any way you bank.
Have to do that in between games.
Second full season. Join the Hagerstown Flying Boxcars at Meredith Park. Take in great game action with views of every play. Sample the arts and culture of this historic city. Experience the adventure and family fun. Plan your game.
Pringle, welcome in. Thank you for coming in today.
You're welcome.
Make sure you voted in the poll.
Visit Hagerstown.com.
See if the Orioles can get something going this inning.
Orioles baseball on Madison is brought to you by Long Fence.
It's a windy day down there today, too. I'm looking at the flags. Windy and cold at the park.
And by Royal Farms. Real fresh.
Today's a giveaway day down there, too. Giving away T-shirts.
Bottom of the second inning in Baltimore. Opener of an 8-game.
Here's Westberg. First pitch inside for a ball.
Francis to Jordan Westberg, who began that 5-4-3 double play to end the top of the second. Westberg's first game since Tuesday.
Strike right there.
Upper body soreness. The Orioles were off Thursday, rained out on Friday. No extra base hits over the last 8 games.
Ball inside, 2-1.
Explosive series in Toronto, rated 3 homer.
You're in my area again. Cheer this time. Welcome in, Sebastian DeCraft. Drive careful out there.
Great opening weekend for one of last year's American League All-Stars.
2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Pitch that really has turned Francis's career around.
Trying to get up to 230 on our subscriber count today. If you're new, help us out. You're at the hotel. She's getting ready. Cool. Good luck.
Vertical versus the horizontal. The horizontal.
Good luck. Good luck.
And he gets so many swings and misses. Hitters just batting 100 misses so far this year.
Swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt. Westberg goes down. That's an out.
Like a cannonball out of the hand. Westberg is the Orioles' first strikeout victim. You just watch this thing dive down and in right here. Oh, I mean, that is filthy. It starts in the middle of the plate and ends up almost bouncing. And the arm action is so good. The arm speed with it's so good. You see Westy just way out in front. And that's also how he gets away with only throwing 91, 92, 93 is that you have to respect the split so much that the fastball plays more like...
Curveball in there for a strike at 73.
Drop that slow curveball in there to get ahead in the count. early when guys aren't looking for it. Now all of a sudden you're ahead 0-1.
I need an appetizer or something. I got to get something to chew on. Ball outside, 1-1.
2 for 10, double walk, drove in 3 in the Arizona series. Orioles won the opener in that series, lost the next 2, so they have not won any of their first 4 series.
Ball upstairs.
They have to sweep the 2, abbreviated set. And yesterday's rainout moved to a split doubleheader Tuesday, July 29th. The Jays are in town right before the trade deadline.
Check swing. He went 2-2.
It's a pitch that Francis worked on after he was sent down last year. Again, you mentioned the side to side is good. It doesn't jump off the page metrically, but the arm action, which you talked about, hitters have talked about, is so hard to pick up. There's a fastball, and that same plane as the splitter.
Well, the other thing that some of the Blue Jays guys talk about, Kevin Gausman and about in Francis, is his windup is so smooth. He's very slow in everything he does, and then yet the ball kind of jumps out of his hand. You know, he's not a max effort guy. Gausman, Scherzer, right there, those 2 guys that have had pretty good careers on that mound, and they've helped Francis a lot.
Ball outside.
He's been around a while, but he just never really got his chance. I mean, he's 29 years old, and this is just his 15th or 16th start in the major league.
O'Neill on deck.
His chance after the All-Star break. He has taken it and run with it.
2 is popped up.
Popped up. Right field.
And left field as the routine out number 2.
You take a look right here. I mean, 3 All-Star breaks, which was a lot out of the bullpen last year, was a 5.82 ERA. They moved him over into the rotation. He had 11 appearances after the break. 10 of them were starts. And you see he dropped his ERA down to 1.80. And when you actually go back to August 7th of last year, he leads the Major League Baseball in ERA.
Curveball in there.
His numbers are actually better than anybody else in rotation, including Paul Skeens. When you look back, it's pretty amazing.
And it started here. His first career win as a starter came to this part last with like
0-1. Ball. Ooh, that was the strike. They called it a ball. Got lucky there. 1-1. Umpires today are missing a bunch of balls and strikes early in this game on both sides of it. Not very pleased with the umpire calling.
3 runs in the first 2 innings that ended up with 5 2/3. And we left one. What just happened? How did the Orioles not hit this guy? They only strike out twice, but he goes 5-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. This guy Francis is pitching well.
There were just some magnificent performances, including 2 games where Francis took a no-hitter into the 9th. Did so against the Angels August 24th, 8 no-hit innings. Taylor Ward homered. And then September 11th against the Mets, 8 no-hit innings. Francisco Lindor homered. So 2 no-hit bids spoiled in the 9th inning in a month.
Yeah, in a span of 4 starts, actually, he took 2 no-hitters. That's incredible.
Insane.
It's absolutely insane. And you were talking about how they were just looking for some pitching. Well, I mean, gosh, wouldn't it be nice if everybody could just look for some pitching and find that?
Right under their nose the whole time. O'Neill, center cut fastball.
Popped up. That's going to be an out.
We'll end it under 1-2-3, and Francis will take a perfect game into the 3rd. 2-0 Toronto.
2-0 Toronto. We'll be right back here in just a minute on the channel.
Hey everyone, this is Tina from T. Marie's Plays on YouTube. On my channel, you'll find a variety of things from Disney to Harry Potter, crafting, and more. I do live streams every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and I love when people pop into the chat because I built my channel on community and I love making friends. So if you want to come hang out and have fun, come to my place. It's also yours. See you there.
All right, top of the 3rd come up. Orioles don't even have a hit yet. Not even a hit yet.
You gonna go back and see how the pyramids were built or something? Nope. Ellen and I want to go on vacation, so I'm going to go back to last week and buy a winning lottery ticket.
And Toronto's been hitting our pitcher pretty hard because he's been in the center of the plate. Can't play middle and think you're going to do well. Toronto's a good team. Heck, they're in first place right now. You're playing the first place team. You got to step up.
Money moves aren't as far-fetched as you think.
There it is. See?
All of my frustration with the Orioles goes back to we did nothing in the offseason about pitching. Zero. Sagano is not a the moves we made for pitching were all second-rate pitchers or towards the end of their career. This guy here is pitching today is 35 years old. Yeah, he was great in Japan from the time he was 20 to 35 over there. You know, he's 35 coming over here. What's up, Jordan? Welcome in. You know, what's his face? Charlie Morton he's 41. It's at the end of his career. He came to Baltimore because he's got family here he wanted to see. That's why we're hiring people. In that case, hire my son. He's got family here. It's just everybody else in our division went out and did something. Toronto went and did something. Boston went and did something. New York went and did something. Tampa, okay, Tampa stayed kind of pat, but their stadium fell apart. I'm not coming down on them. All right, here we go. Sagano back on the hill. Going to try to get through an inning without letting runners on. Santander. Toronto's lineup, top to bottom, is pretty much solid hitters.
Mr. Bird, thank you so much. Thank you very, very much.
Oh, it's Brian Roberts in there with him. That's gone. My God. Santander just hit a bomb. First Blue Jay home run comes against the Orioles. 3-0.
Anthony Santander at a ballpark he called home for 8 years. Hits a ball into an area he's very familiar with, out of the flag court to make it 3-0 Toronto. We love Tony, we really do. And you heard Brandon Hyde say we love him, but we'd love to see him stay down while he's here. But man, he got a fastball out over the plate.
And God, he killed that. 3-0 Toronto. Yeah, of all people, right? Exactly.
That's kind of what Tony feels like when he comes back here. It's his happy place. Man, he got his first one. Now he's got his homer jacket on.
1-0 pitch coming in. Sagano's given up runs every inning so far.
Hopefully not today. And yet, Santander gets just the 7th Blue Jays home run of the year. 24 with the O's a season ago. He also completely spoiled the Birds mission.
Ball outside, 2-1.
You knew you couldn't hold him down forever, and he's always been a slow starter. We know that. We've seen that enough over the course of his time here, but eventually he's going to get going. And hopefully that's not the one that does it for him this weekend.
Gramble hit hard over to second. There's an out, one away here.
Well, Anthony, the great guy, the very ruthless blue Maryland crab cake we have available.
Wow, they're eating crab cakes and French fries on my screen here in front of me. Oh, my Lord. That's just wrong. Crab cake with waffle fries. Oh. Here's the pitch coming to Springer. He's 0 for 1 today. Oh, my God, that looks good. Fly ball, center field. That's going to be playable for an out.
So you know if you're from here, that's the real stuff. As Mullins retires Springer. Again, the Baltimore Seafood House located near Section 5. This is special edition. There are limited quantities, so get there early. They have Section 5.
Would love to just be sitting there and having somebody serve you free crab cakes while you're calling a baseball game and you're getting paid to call the game. Come on. That's healthy. Wagner up now, 0 for 1. Ground ball hit hard. Up the middle, backhand by Holiday over to first. That's an out. 3 up, 3 down after the home run. 3-0 Toronto, bottom of third. Baltimore still looking for its first hit today. Herkstead, Mountcastle, Holiday coming up.
Mistake can change your family's whole life.
No one will tell you what went wrong.
Now I kind of want a crab cake. I'm getting a crab cake urge.
If you suspect medical
Urge.
or nursing home neglect, you can trust Science and Kirk.
Hold on. I will be right back. Hang tight, everybody. Who's in charge? Epcot Forever's in charge for a minute. Why not?
Call Science and Kirk at 1-800-LAWYERS or visit youhavealawyer.com. You have a phone, you have a lawyer.
People don't really realize how much of an impact the feet have on the rest of the body. A lot of times people with knee pain, there's really nothing going on with their knee. The issue is actually stemming from the foot. So now we're predisposed to hip pain, low back pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that when the foot's placed in the ideal position, everything else up the kinetic chain works better. You have better balance, more energy. You're going to feel better, and you're not going to have to spend so much time worrying and thinking about your pain.
See what we can do for you with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. We've never spoken, but you've told us many things. You told us you love stargazing, almost as much as you hate parallel parking. That heavy right foot of yours, we got you. The Lexus ES didn't begin in the studio, it began with you.
Get special offers on select Lexus ES models.
Most fans get your Birdland memberships now to enjoy the best seats and the best values, starting with plans to close 10 games and access to exchange games, concessions and merch discounts, playoff access at oriolesbluejayslivestream.com/memberships. It's not fully an arch out there. Apparently, there's no Pikachu baby in the park. Hopefully, we're back for Pokemon Go night later this year. Ryan Roberts, very excited. I know before we go next.
But I would have been more excited about that onesie right now. That
Yes.
it is.
All right, Herkstead coming up.
There's 82nd career Camden Yards home run.
See if he can get something going here. Herkstead's hitting 207 on the year.
Eston Kerstad batting against Bowden Francis. And Kerstad takes a low fastball 2-0. Time for our PNC Insights presented by the PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865. It's been a tough start and a tough luck start for the O's.
Ground ball hit right to the first baseman, knocks it down, flips to the pitcher recovery. That's an out. Hit it hard down the line. Nice play over there by Guerrero.
Expected slugging percentage. Judges it seems. Expected slugging. That's just your quality of contact. So your launch angle, your exit velocity, the ball hit that hard and that high. What should it be? Well, here's a list of Orioles who have had some pretty rotten luck to start the year. They're hoping to turn around.
Yeah, obviously 139 differences enormous with Mounty at the top. He's been swinging the bat very well, hitting the ball hard. Not getting maybe the result.
Mountcastle followed by Holiday.
Some of it probably has to do with maybe balls not getting as high in the air as they want them at times. We know that you can't have super bad luck if you hit it over the outfield wall. And that's the one thing the Orioles have been missing, no doubt. Only 6 homers in their last 12 games since that opening series.
You'll pass being on charge to Jeanette.
That will come. Look, these guys are big, they're strong, they have some track record already at Mounty.
Mountcastle line drive right at the left fielder.
Probably bad luck right there. The ball hit pretty hard. Just not in the right place right now for the Orioles.
Every hard hit ball is right at somebody. Every last one.
And a decent expected slugging percentage as well. It's probably typically a double in an expected slugging situation, and he gets nothing out of it. So, the one thing people say is that it all averages out over 162. I played the game long enough. I highly disagree.
Ground ball tapped over to third. He's got a no-hitter going through 3.
It's a Mason's famous lobster roll. This is Maine. We'd understand.
Let me see.
Because Mason's comes from Maine. And Maine is in every delicious bite of Mason's. Order online or stop by the Mason's near you.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass.
Dun, 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 dun.
Bringing home a new best friend with Dutch. Access expert vet care 24/7, including same-day virtual appointments and guidance on nutrition and behavior. With convenient, trusted care just a tap away and prescriptions delivered right to your door, Dutch is here for all your new parent questions and those everyday uh-oh moments. Because at Dutch,
All right.
more than a service, we're by your side.
I'm having one of those days. I'm going to treat myself here.
Care whenever and wherever you need it.
We're Dutch. We've helped thousands of pets get affordable care, and pet parents like you love us. Dutch.com offers personalized treatment plans and medications for the care your pet needs when they need it.
Potato roll.
Prescriptions.
At Dutch.com, our licensed vets prescribe medications and ship them right to your door. No pharmacy trips needed. No more waiting rooms. No more expensive vet visits. Give your pet a year of care for less than $100. Visit Dutch.
Can you substitute?
Fourth inning of Orioles baseball is brought to you by Baltimore area Toyota dealers. It's Game On at Toyota. Visit your local Baltimore area Toyota dealer or check out buyatoyota.com. 3-0 lead for Toronto. The Orioles without a base runner. The Jays have scored in every inning on a chilly, windy April the 12th, 2025.
Jays to score every inning here. Got to try to stop that. Check swing. Did he go? Nope. Ball one. We are 7 subscribers away from 30, trying to get there.
Last Saturday, Sedano picked up his first major league win of his career with 5 1/3 innings in Kansas City versus the Royals.
Ball outside, 2-0.
Just 5 hits now. That is worth celebrating, as you know, B-Rob. And the Orioles, they treated him well. They put him in a shopping cart, showed him to the shower, and also they showered him with a little brew as well.
Ball down low, 3-0.
Kevin, I must commend you. Well, that's 3 times you've mentioned the no-hitter, the perfect game going on. That's when you mentioned it. When
Ball inside, 4-0.
If not for me, Toronto, Zach Eflin would have thrown it. I don't think they've heard the game.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. B-Rob, he mentioned it 4 times while Eflin is cruising. I'm like, you're killing me. But today you did well because they have a no-hitter. You keep mentioning it.
All right, thank you. It's still going on, by the way. Record show. I haven't changed.
All right, here comes Luke's. He walked in the second. Pitch comes in, ball, 1-0. So I bought a crab cake. I need to get something going. Got to change the luck for the Orioles here.
Japanese professional baseball, but a first major league win is still a pretty spending.
Philadelphia Flyers won today. Ground ball hit hard to second. 4-6-3 double play. See, I'm already turning things around. The Orange Birds playing right now.
Nicely at second base. A lot of work over the course of spring training. You see right here, one of the things we worked on, that turn. He loved to just put his left foot on the bag, stay tall, and use that arm strength, which he did perfectly there. Now, switching from short to second and range to right. It's a very different play. Looks super comfortable right there.
2 outs in the inning.
Every play at second base move.
Curveball comes into Rodden. That's a strike.
Kind of one of these funky ones. Man, a nice short hop pick. Great turn to the arm side. Perfect feed to Gunnar. We worked a lot on that as well in spring training of where he was going to be.
Ball outside, 1-1.
The power feed, we call it, versus turning his body and throwing. And we worked a lot on that. He worked a lot on that and has done a terrific job so far, I think, in 25 of getting comfortable over there and making all those plays.
Foul ball, 1-2.
Some time down there again as a guest instructor. Working a lot with Jackson, who is only making his 53rd career start at second base. In terms of the footwork, in terms of where to pick the ball, where to back him, what were some of the things that impressed you?
Well, everything about him. He's so natural. He's just a gifted athlete. You and I were talking earlier today about his golf swing and everything. He's just good at it.
Ball down low. What's everybody's favorite ballpark food? We got 28 people watching. When you go to the ballpark, what are you looking for?
So much fun because they're coachable, they're talented. What he was really trying to figure out was, okay, where am I going to be comfortable? How far can I range to my left and still do the power feed? Or where do I feel more comfortable turning and making that throw? The double play around the bag, I think, is pretty simple for him just because.
Ground ball to the first baseman, flips to the pitcher, covered. Hey, we got out of an inning without giving up a run. Rentzer says the hot dog. He wants the hot dog when he goes.
So good job right there by Tigano getting through the fourth inning with no runs. Blue Jays still lead 3-0 going to the bottom of the fourth.
3-0, bottom of the fourth, top of the lineup coming up. Dun, dun. What is this commercial? Bottom of the fourth coming up.
Feels like first class. How it should be. The Hyundai Palisade.
Get 3.99% APR.
Might as well keep this rolling.
$389 a month. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Hello, everyone. It's Chris with Park Hopper Choppers. If you're headed down to Central Florida and you need a mobility scooter, give us a call, 407-989-9618. We can bring it right to your resort, right to the park, or right to your Airbnb, no problem. We were voted best mobility scooter rental in Central Florida by my mom. Give us a call.
This is Mama Mouse
and Kelly
from Myers and the Mouse YouTube channel.
When we can't be in the parks, we listen to Magic of the Mouse Radio. When you can't be at Disney, you should come visit us on YouTube for Disney fun, Disney live streams,
and Disney shopping and DIY crafts.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time.
And Mondays at 12:30 Eastern Time. Keep Myers and the Mouse in your house. Have a magical day.
Oh, David Rubenstein, wearing his signature O's gear and rallying fans.
Kay Wilby, hello. Fenway Frank, that's a good one. That is a good one. Thank you, Doug.
This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Orioles and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and
Welcome in, Miss Kay Wilby.
may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Ketchup ties Buster to 2 in the season series of a hot dog race.
Ketchup won the hot dog race. How about that? Henderson up there now. Welcome in, Theo.
But there's always tomorrow.
You wouldn't do well in Vegas, would you?
That's why
8 subscribers to go to get to 230. 8 to get to 230. That's a next get to. Where did my
the Vegas-y part.
Yeah, it's
tools?
You're better off.
Under the beautiful Red Rocks area.
That's there. That's there.
Work too hard for it, buddy. That's right. Too good at what you do. Oh, that's give it away.
Thank you. Here's $20.
Yeah, you give it to me.
Have you been to Vegas?
I have. It's been a long time, actually. When I lived in Arizona, every now and then, me and a couple guys would go and play golf and stuff like that.
Stuff like that, he says.
Yeah, I know how to be a gambler. I don't really like to give away money here. So, yeah.
And you also very good.
Orioles trying to get something going here.
I don't know what I do anymore, Kevin. That's the problem.
Well, I said dip. 2-2 for Gunnar Henderson. The Orioles.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Strike 3 looking. Henderson, are you kidding me?
This is looking just like the Battle of Francis in the second half last year.
Yeah, it's been too easy looking, honestly, today so far. This pitch right here, it's one where, honestly, as a hitter, you're trying to tell yourself to lay off that pitch because you really don't want to swing at it. There's not much you can do with it. And you hope they call it a ball. Mark Wigner, called it correctly. It was painted on the outside corner.
We'll be getting together a moderator tutorial for next month. I'll start putting that together, that date together there, coming up too. Ball outside to Rushman.
Yeah, both on splits. You got Westberg way out in front, swinging earlier in the game.
Rushman crushes it, but it's foul.
It'll be allowed strike 1. Well, Brandon Hyde said before the game, he felt like the Orioles had great at-bats against Zach Gallen Tuesday in Arizona. Got into the bullpen early. Didn't hit the bullpen well, but had enough to win the game. Really like the at-bat.
Welcome in, Dave. Rushman, ground ball to the second baseman. He bobbles it. Still has time and throws him out. 2 outs here in the fourth.
Again, the word seniors do want more consistent and competitive at bats. From that standpoint, there have been a couple of hard-hit ground balls, but not many competitive at bats against Francis so far. Well, I do always say that. I mean, good pitching generally does beat good hitting. And right now, Belton Francis, the way he's been going over the last 3.5 months of regular season baseball, is one of the best pitchers in baseball. And that usually wins out, and it has so far today.
Strike right there to O'Hearn.
One of the things Brandon did want the Orioles to do was swing at pitchers' pitches. There have been a lot of pitchers' pitches in this game. There have. And, watching his starts over the course of the last few,
That's ripped and right at the first baseman. Absolutely destroyed and right at him. End of the fourth. We're heading to the fifth. G. Ogden. Oh, yeah. Francis is pitching really well. Welcome in, G. Where are you watching from? Francis has pitched great the second half of the year for the Blue Jays. He's really been a gem that they've found. He's impressive.
She loved people, and she was always kind. The people at Gilchrist made
Toronto Blue Jays are the first place Toronto Blue Jays right now. Colorado, nice. Beautiful area.
her loving daughter.
Welcome in.
Her medical caretaker.
We are 8 subscribers from getting to 230. That's our goal today. Yeah, that's funny. That's a good comment. Have you been here before, G, or is this your first time in? There's a lot of names going through in and out, so I always want to be respectful.
K&G is your Easter destination with our lowest prices of the season starting now. Select men's designer suits now buy one, get 2 free. Select men's dress shirts are buy one, get one, 50% off. And the entire stock of women's suits and dresses is buy one, get one, 50% off. Live your best dressed life with K&G. K&G is your Easter destination with our lowest prices of the season starting now.
First time, got Westbrook on Fantasy. Nice, welcome in. I broadcast 110 baseball games a year, 90-plus NFL games, doing WrestleMania. I love Disney. If you like all that, hit that subscribe. Come back anytime. Glad to meet you.
This spring, refresh your home.
Top of the inning coming up. Bichette, Guerrero, Santander.
Well, yesterday was supposed to be a City Connect Friday. Rain ruined those plans. Once again, the Orioles are dedicating their Fridays to Harlem Park Elementary School. It's the 1-year anniversary of the O's Adopt the School program. The Orioles, along with Heart of America, announced they're donating a brand new outdoor classroom for the students in the school there. Funding came in part because the team elected to use one of its...
Curveball fouled off for a strike for Bichette to start it off.
To help benefit Harlem Park Elementary, and that outdoor classroom is going to include musical instruments, easels, whiteboards, picnic tables, bench. There are a couple of little libraries in there. A really thoughtful gesture.
Ground ball tap foul. 0-2 now to Bichette.
One of the most wonderful things I've seen a team do in its community. That is so cool, KB. You can change an entire...
Right-hander steps in, taps the plate, touches his helmet, twirls the bat. Bichette's ready. He's a great 0-2 hitter here. Ground ball hit hard, base hit in the left. 0-2 and a base hit to left. Bichette's 3 for 3 today. He's just eating Orioles pitching like it's Thanksgiving feast.
He got a little sinker down and just, there's that no stride approach. And man, he is locked in right now and swinging the bat as well as he has in a couple of years.
Orioles looking to twist the cone again. Here comes Guerrero. Line drive, base hit to right. First and second, nobody out. Go get somebody for the bullpen, please. We've already given up 8 hits.
Sinker running in on the hands, and Vladdy, at $500 million, you ought to be able to keep the hands inside and slap it to right if you want to, which he does right there. But that is look how close his right elbow is to his body. Right? You have no idea how hard it is to keep your hands that close to your body on a ball running into you, and he does it maybe as well as anybody right there. Price back out there. Ball hit to center right. Keegan Aiken starts for the Orioles. How hard is it? Can you detail how difficult it is to do it? I wish I knew. I always got my hands out and around it, and then it would shatter my bat, and that would have been a dribbler to third.
If I was that pitching coach, I'd be up there. This is horrible. You're getting paid for this effort. Should give us a refund.
The ability to keep your hands in that close to your body. You and I were talking about Barry Bonds earlier, about how short the swing was. And that's the key, in my opinion, to great hitters, is they're able to keep those both elbows in close to the body when they need to. When they can't get that full extension. Guys like Vladdy, they want to get extended, but when they can't, they're able to do what he just did right there. So Bichette and Guerrero with hits, and danger Will Robinson here.
Here comes Santander. How about a double play?
Sent a ball 400 plus feet over the right field fence. The last pitch he saw. He could double the lead with one more of those. With nobody out.
Ball inside, 1-0.
Been a slow start for Santander, but Oriole fans, they're used to that. Anthony came in with just one extra base hit, a double, 8 walks, but 17 strikeouts, slugging .204. But we know that's not going to last long given his track record.
Ground ball foul. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The other thing that a lot of people know about Tony is that he loves to sit on certain pitches at certain times. The good news is for Sagano, there's not a lot of track record here yet, so probably not as much information as Santander likes to have. But he's going to be sitting on something that he can try to drive.
Strike right there on the outside corner.
Terrific pitch right there, 1-1. That splitter diving away right on the outside corner. Tony didn't necessarily think that caught the plate, but it was a perfect pitch. Love to get something rolled over to Jackson Heron for another double play.
He hits that hard all the way to the wall. It's a track. Caught it out. Bichette's going to tag up. So will Guerrero. Double tag. It was hit all the way to the wall.
So both runners move up the base on a long fly out from Santander. Very, very smart base running right there. And now the Orioles just thrown to first to see if Guerrero tagged up. And I think Guerrero's been called out at first.
Guerrero's been called out at first.
Wait to see if there's a challenge here. The challenge clock round, he's going to say play on. So this is a double play as Guerrero was called out for.
Guerrero's called out for not tagging up at first.
Very smart.
2 outs.
Maybe not. Actually, he did tag up. I think that they got him for leaving early. Yeah. He was definitely on the base.
Oh, he left early. And now we're going to take the pitcher out.
What a great job by the Orioles to catch that and steal the second out. So Brandon Hyde goes to the bullpen.
Brandon Hyde goes to the bullpen. I'd like to see that again. You don't see that often in major leagues.
For a higher standard of home comfort, durable and efficient HVAC systems built to last with dealers you can count on. Find your local independent American Standard air dealer at MidAtlanticComfort.com.
Your bathroom doesn't have to stay stuck in the past. Contact Brothers Services now, and in just 1 day.
That's I think that's where my daughter works right there, this commercial.
Customize your new bath with your style, layout, colors, and more. Plus, get a free shower door with your 1-day bath purchase. And save more with 0% interest, 0 down, and 0 payments for 12 months. Live in your home longer and have your dream bath in just 1 day. Contact Brothers Services now.
Dun, dun, dun.
Look at us. All stressed before we even get dressed. This is a little time off to go off on brunch. Oh, yeah. Can't burn.
All right, what do we got here? Top of 5th.
Peaches. Pink peaches.
We got 2 outs now with a runner on third, and the lefty Jimenez coming up. Dan DeBoy, what's up? Dan says, come on, Keegan, step up. Welcome, Dan. Have you been here before, my friend?
For over 125 years,
It's the same commercial again.
higher standard of home comfort. Durable and efficient HVAC systems built to last, with dealers you can count on. Find your local independent American Standard air dealer at MidAtlanticComfort.com.
All right, Aiken's out to the mound. I'd still like to see the replay. They have not shown it yet.
Keegan Hagan will come in out of the Orioles bullpen. It'll be his 7th appearance of the year.
Welcome in, Dan. Glad you're here, buddy. Aiken comes out to the mound in 2.57 ERA. We're glad you're here, my friend. I broadcast 100-plus MLB games a year, 90-plus NFL. Swinging a strike right there. We just ask everybody that comes in, help us out, hit us up with a subscribe. It's free to do, and we want you to come back anyway. One strike to Jimenez. We're trying to get to 230 on the subscriber count today. Ball upstairs, 1-1. 2 outs here in the inning.
Enormous play if the Orioles can put some runs on the board and come back and win this game.
Curveball down low, 2-1.
Base hit in the first inning and a steal. Blue Jays with 8 hits against Sagat. Gave up runs in the first 3.
Fly ball that's hit well. Deep right center field at the track. O'Neill going to make the play, and that'll end the inning. Orioles get out of it, going to the bottom of 5, looking for their first knock here. Hello, Koya. Welcome in.
Oh, you're already done? Yeah.
Welcome into everybody joining today. Here's my studio here in Baltimore. Glad you're here with us today. As you can see behind me, I'm a avid baseball fan, avid football fan, and I love Disney. Glad you're here. Glad you found our channel. If you're new to me, I am a triple amputee. I lost my left hand and both of my legs in a medical tragedy. Spent 400 days in a hospital and, I don't know, 40-some in a coma, but couldn't be happier. We're right now watching baseball with you good people. Unless if the O's would start doing something, that would make me a little bit more happy. So glad you're here. All we ask, hit that like, hit that subscribe, have some fun. Be part of our community. We try to have a lot of fun over here. We'll be right back.
People will come, and they'll watch the game. And it'll be as if they'd dipped themselves in magic waters. The memories will be so thick, they'll have to brush them away from their faces. The one constant through all the years has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers, and erased like a blackboard, rebuilt and erased again. But baseball has marked the time. This field, this game, is a part of our past. It reminds us of all that once was good, and it could be again.
All right, coming back in here. Bottom of the inning. Westy's going to start it off. Westberg, Mullins, O'Neill, and Herkstead.
Orioles looking for some offense. Keegan Aiken stranded a runner at 3rd and the 5th.
Yeah, Walt, you're right. It'd be nice they could get it going.
2/3, 3 runs.
Yeah, Calvin gets back will help. We need some pitching, though. That's the key. We need the pitching to step up, and it has not.
15 consecutive innings without scoring, dating back to Arizona Wednesday.
Westy, 1-0 pitch, inside for a ball, 2-0.
9-0 in the series finale. Their last run was a 7th inning run they scored Tuesday on a Jackson Holiday fly ball double play.
Oh, I didn't want that.
Mike Estabrook didn't make a call. The third base umpire. A whole lot of weirdness ensued.
Pitch in there for a strike. There's the first pitch for a strike. Huh? Yeah, can you rip it open?
It was one of the stranger plays of the stranger innings of the year.
Thank you.
And it feels like a heavier dirt even than 50 because
Set it up.
it's been off for 2 days.
Gotta get rid of that.
4 days since they've scored. Those only been 2 games. Yeah, wait on you as a player, as an offense.
Swing and a miss. Strike three. Yeah.
He had a pitch to hit. The one before was the hanging right in the middle. And then when you miss that one, all of a sudden he makes the perfect one down and in on that inside corner. And man, he is rolling right now. You see it. He kind of gets a little bit of a 3/4 arm angle to it. And that ball just kind of dives down.
Woo. That was tough swing right there. He had the pitch in sequence in his order and still got him. Ball outside to Mullins.
Ball one to Cedric Mullins. Sid told me his approach today was going to be to set kind of a limit on the fastball up and not go above that, and then try to see a split that starts up a little bit.
Ball down low, 2-0.
That was a really good take right there, because that's one you can easily swing at. It starts in the zone. So let's see if Sid can maybe get that pitch that's up a little bit, but not above his number. Ball is going step 4 on Sid. Let's go down to Rock.
Guys, baseball players are such creatures of habit. Think that he ball would break up his time.
Come on, Mullins.
He said he actually used the extra time to get some soft tissue work and to hydrate. He said he felt really good coming into today's game.
Yeah, Rob, he had the day off Sunday in Kansas City, but look, he's open for 150-plus game season here a couple of years ago. Obviously, dealt with some lower body injuries. It slowed him in the second half. Groin issues.
Mullins, ball 4. There's a walk. That's a positive.
A good patient at bat right there by Zed. Took a couple of close pitches. Never really got the one he was looking for, and just passed the baton over to Tyler O'Neill. You think back in the 70s and 80s when they got an extra day off, they were talking about soft tissue work and extra leg week. I think they were talking about getting the softest box of tissues in the grocery store. I don't think anybody.
Pitch to O'Neill. Tap foul.
Well, you know what? Palmer probably did. He was ahead of the game. Maybe. He was too busy doing a jockey commercial. That's a good point. It's true. Jim will be back with us on Tuesday for the rest of the homestand fans who expressed himself. Looking forward to the Hall of Famers return. The Orioles will face Cleveland and Cincinnati on this 8-game homestand. Mullins, the first base runner.
Strike right down the middle. Got to swing the bat.
We do know one guy that takes care of his body, Tyler O'Neill. You and I we were watching him in batting practice today. It was 45 degrees outside with a cut-off sleeveless shirt on. He is an absolute monster. He said, this isn't that bad. Temperature's not that cold, which is a lot.
No balls, 2 strikes to O'Neill.
That's the thing. He's used to that. So this isn't actually that bad to him. But Western Canada. He did say I'm not.
Ball down low, 1-2.
Go get coffee this but yeah, full cut-off tape, showing off the league's most formidable bicep muscles before the game. But he is long sleeved up now. 29-year-old, his first year.
Welcome back, Tina. Thank you for your help with the other show. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Against the Jays. Part of a day where he reached base 5 times to begin his O's career.
Ball down low, 2-2.
2-2. Be interesting to see if the score dictates at all whether Senate decides to run here in this situation. I mean, down 3-0, you certainly have to be a little bit careful, but Francis throws a lot of splits. That's not an easy pitch to throw on. Kirk was phenomenal behind the plate last year throwing out base runners, so you got to really pick a certain pitch if you are going to go right here for Sed. Not going here.
Ball inside.
Kirk with that pop over to first. Alejandro Kirk, very quick, great.
3 balls, 2 strikes. You shouldn't run. I wouldn't run here. You're down 3 runs right now. Try to get something going to plate first. O'Neill strikes out a lot.
Mullins will go here.
Line drive, going to fall in. Nope, it's an out. Behind third base, Orioles can't get a break.
O'Neill put his hands on his head because I think he knew that was ball 4, but it's just such a hard pitch to lay off of with 2 strikes. That one got in way on his hands.
Would have been ball 4.
Yeah, makes a nice running play. You see right here, this thing just dives in, and that ball's way in off the plate. But also at the same time, as a hitter, you know, you're struggling as an offense. Sid takes off running, and the last thing you want to do is take a called 3rd strike. See some of that frustration starting to set in for these Orioles hitters.
Two away, here's Heston. Rounded out to first. And this is the first pitch foul.
Herkstead fouls that off.
That was 1 for 11 in the series in Arizona. By Baker.
Baker getting loose in the bullpen. Ball down low. 1-1.
Heston has struggled to pull the ball in the air. 46% of his batted balls are balls in the air to the opposite field. That's the highest rate in Major League Baseball.
That ball's hit well. Gone! Home run! There you go, Baltimore.
And the Orioles, on their first hit today, get within 1.
Oh, baby, this is what the Orioles have been waiting for. Heston Kjerstad last year, 16 homers in 62 games in AAA. He's right here, he gets the pitch out.
This ball is crushed.
It is low! Are you kidding me? Going.
There's a drive. Way back. It might
They were trying to make us new one.
3-2, new game now.
They were working hard on it. It looks good.
Good one for Herkstead to get loose.
And the smoke from the fireworks still clearing over this field after Heston Kjerstad goes deep.
Well, the O's finally got a split that was up and out over the plate. And we talked to, you were just mentioning most of his balls go the other way. He finally got the bat head out a little bit. Not necessarily full pull, but dead center. And this is the power that I believe the Orioles think that Heston Kjerstad has and can display. And it could be, you know, he's going to get his chance to play with Bowser out. And if he can take advantage of that and show some of that, it'll be huge.
Are they winning?
So what's the difference there?
I didn't even see what their score was.
What was different about that?
Well, I mean, for one, it's an off-speed pitch, so you can get the bat head out a little bit easier. I don't think he's shown necessarily the ability yet to get the bat head out and to pull, you know, high-velocity fastballs. And that's one thing that, oh, man, I can see right here, that should have been ball 4.
Wow, this umpire is horrible today on both sides of the plate.
Barely caught the edge. But I think, you know, Kjerstad was able right there to get the bat head out in front, hit the ball out in front of the plate. And he's such a big guy. You and I talked earlier. He's got a very short swing. The bat speed is not really high on the rank, but I think it's because his swing is so short. And it's just a matter of, I think, getting comfortable at the major league level and maybe just letting it eat a little bit.
3-2 Matty goes down swinging. A frustrating end.
Mountcastle goes down swinging.
Perfect game. The no-hitter and the shutout. All end here in the 5th on a big swing from one of the Orioles' big young proppers.
Welcome in, Mr. Fulton.
This is a one-run game. And hits the homer hose for the first time this year.
To Value City Furniture for the $50 million buyout with new inventory from quality brands. Like
New game here, going to the 6th. One-run game now.
Up to 70% off. Sofas from $299. Reclining sofas from $499. Sectionals from $699. And much more. Brands you know at prices you won't find anywhere else. It's all in stock and ready to deliver. Don't wait. Hurry to Value City Furniture today before it's gone. Looking to save on internet and mobile? Get the best of both with Xfinity. Because now you can get Xfinity internet with unlimited mobile included for $30 a month for the first year.
And unlock faster, secure Wi-Fi at home and on the go with Wi-Fi Power Boost. Plus, when you switch from Verizon or AT&T, save over $1,000 in your first year and get a free 5G phone. Switch today and save on internet and mobile. Only with Xfinity.
Investment opportunities are everywhere you turn.
See what the Orioles pitching staff can do here in the sixth.
Breathe into trends. Or let curiosity lead the way. At T. Rowe Price, we're asking smart questions about opportunities like AI and how the industry's born to support AI might better support us all. Better questions, better outcomes. T. Rowe Price.
Yeah, your Tigers are doing well, Dave.
Students sign up now to the Birdland Student Pass presented by Toyota to access student discounts. If you're a college student, go to Orioles.com/student pass and you can get discounted student tickets all season long with a single click. That's Orioles.com/student pass. One-run game here in the sixth. Heston Kjerstad's two-run home run snaps the Orioles' 15-inning scoreless streak. And Brandon Hyde will turn with Brian Baker, former Blue Jay, for a game. And technically, he's a former Blue Jay. And now it's fourth.
Hello, Gloria. Welcome in. All right, here comes Brian Baker.
Yeah, he's been terrific so far in 6 games. No earned runs allowed. And just throwing the ball outstanding. You see the slider right there. He's actually using that quite a bit more. Last year, just 28%, all the way up to 40% so far this year. So I think he's found what he's really comfortable with. Being aggressive, no walks in his last 6 appearances either, so he is putting up his own.
Ball inside, 3-0. He's going to throw a walk here just because that announcer just jinxed it.
We have very little up here, unfortunately. Well, Rob was telling me you had a lot of power. I'm just being careful.
Ground ball, foul. Hello, Jason. Welcome in as well. Gloria. Team Thibodeau in the house, everybody. Team Thibodeau in the house.
Putting the Orioles bullpen because of the 2-off days on multiple days rest. So Brandon Hyde being aggressive early. Aiken faced one batter, Ben Jimenez. And Baker for Springer, Wagner, and Kurt. 5, 6, 7.
Ball inside. That crab cake was pretty good. Wasn't one of the best because I couldn't get one of the. Did that hit him?
It's okay.
I couldn't get a crab cake today from two of the top places around.
4-6-3 double play.
First pitch, you think? Or are you going to wait?
No, Wagner's not a super aggressive guy.
There's your walk. Knew what happened. Ball inside, 1-0. Buffalo chicken dip. Nice, Doug.
Really good. They can see the change has been a big story, but the slider you mentioned, a pitch he's thrown a lot more.
I don't have crab cakes all the time because too much crab is not a good thing for you, you know? There's a lot of oils and stuff in there if you overindulge on that. But that was really good. It's a good, you know, on a scale of 1 to 5, I'd rate it like a 4. It was solid. 1 to 5, but it was solid. Mr. Thibodeau gifting 5 memberships. Thank you for your generosity and love. Mr. Fulton got it. Curtis family got it. Cole Carey got it. All aboard Blake got it. Rock and Robin got it. Thank you. Everybody say thank you to Jason. Very nice of you. Foul ball.
Fouls away another high fastball. He's flat out and grounded out today.
It's been a pain when he's been in the box, though. He gave Sagano a long AB in the first inning, but straight up.
It's probably like for Tina eating a lobster roll. There's just something about it. Local food done right, which is good. Strike 3. Baker gets him. First out. First strikeout today.
This is a tough pitch as a hitter. The inside changeup. He was not where he was going. You see Adley kind of set out the whip.
I love lobster rolls. I haven't had a good one down here. They don't do that very well down here, Tina. Kirk, ground ball at the middle, knocks it down. Second for one, double play. Got it. Birds got out of it.
All right.
Middle of the sixth inning.
On the first one, but there it is. It's a great slider down and away. Look at the athlete Baker making a play.
Yeah, no play. New England, I've had some of the best ones. Oh, my God, that's good. But I'm a very happy camper right now after that crab cake. It was still good. Nothing wrong with a nice lobster roll there, Jeff, right there.
Gas stations. You got to start at the top and work your way down. You want me to do yours next?
I've had a taste for one of those for a couple weeks. So.
The bathroom code's 9914. Progressive can protect.
Lobster rolls are good. You know, you go to certain places, it's like that New Orleans cuisine. You can't get that anywhere in the world but New Orleans. You go other places and try to get it, it just isn't the same.
And guidance on nutrition and behavior. With convenient, trusted care just a tap away and prescriptions delivered right to your door. Dutch is here for all your new parent questions and those everyday uh-oh moments. Because at Dutch, we're more than service. We're on our side.
I'm actually surprised that more people coming in for the Maryland meetup don't get a crab type thing when they're here. Just because this is like the epicenter for crab type stuff. Kind of like when I go to New England, I want something lobster done. They just know how to cook it better. It's like I give Pittsburgh credit. I've been to places down here that try to do the whole gimmick with the sandwiches with the fries like Primanti's. There ain't nobody that can touch Primanti's for how to do that.
The Orioles host the Reds on a hockey jersey night, presented by Lido Pizza. First 15,000 fans will receive the jersey so beautifully modeled by Ryan O'Hearn. Go to Orioles.com/tickets.
All right, Baltimore. Holiday, Henderson, and Rushman do up. See Holiday get a hit here.
His first home run of the season.
All right.
September 29th of last season at Minnesota.
Come on, Holiday, jump on one. Bramble hit hard over to second. That's an out, 4-3.
Holiday has seen two pitchers bounce down on both.
And Jackson, another guy with a little bit of trouble getting the ball in the air. A lot of ground balls. He's got some hits on him. A lot of them kind of do that six-holer up the middle, but once he gets he's got to really start driving the ball in the air as well.
Sweet escape for Gunnar Henderson. That's for the third time in his home debut this season. So third time through the order for the Orioles against Bout Francis. Now last year, Francis was
Come on, Hose.
significantly better.
All right.
Usually a pitcher is good the first time through, struggles more the second as they do see him, and struggles even more the third. Here's the OPS against Francis last year. First time through the order, 794. Second time, 413. The third time through, 363. The league hits 7 for 57. That's a 123 average. Which you
Ryan Rowe, hello, welcome in.
Maybe for 5 or 6 pitches. He's really a 3-pitch guy, and still, as he got deeper into the game, he dominated more and more and more.
Swing and a miss, strike 2, 3-2.
Very against the norm. And obviously, we know in Major League Baseball over the last 5, 6, I don't know, maybe even 10 years, starting pitchers go less and less deep into the game. They go to the bullpen more and more. You know, to get 5 innings is what you're looking for almost these days in starters.
3-2 pitch. Here it comes. Oh, my God. That was outside. It was called a strike.
All right, all right, all right.
This umpire is horrible.
Backdoor breaking ball that Mark Wagner says caught the plate, but when we see this again, think that ball, that was the split actually. And it stays off the plate. Gunnar had a great shake. And when you talk about bad luck, there it is. That's part of it.
Alejandro Kirk, you mentioned one of the best framing catchers of the league, steals that one. Instead of one out, bases empty.
Ball inside, 1-0 to Rushman.
You know, the Rays and some of those teams were ones that developed the theory that because of all the advanced numbers and research, the third time through the order wasn't worth sending your starter back out. And Dalton Francis is one of those guys that kind of bucks that trend, at least so far.
Ball outside, 2-0.
Practices yoga, he meditates, he's burned sage in the clubhouse. And also, he's in a clubhouse with Chris Bassett, Jose.
Come on, Adley. That's good. Rushman got up into one. Smacked that dog in the backside. That's smacked.
This ball is crushed.
It is long. Are you?
I don't know about you, but I feel good. I don't know about you, but I feel good.
Tie game, 3-all.
His third home run, 426 feet. The homer hose back in action for the second time in 2 innings.
O'Hearn pops this one up down the first base line. Get out of play ball.
Yeah, the guys might have needed a user's manual for that thing, but here we go. Fastball down in the zone. Oh, that's a happy zone for a lefty. You know, that is a solid.
He knew that was gone. Look at him flip the bat.
Look right there. Oh, you love to see it. You love to see the confidence.
Can't help us out today. We are on a subscriber drive trying to get up to 230.
That was big time right there. Wow. I had a chance to play golf with him during training. That's how he hits a golf ball right there. Leans back on it.
Ball outside. Same pitch he called for a strikeout.
He should have. I haven't seen balls go where he hit them before, I'll be honest.
First place, Toronto Blue Jays playing here in Baltimore.
In a game that has suddenly become a tie. So just 2 hits in the game, 3 base runners. They've all scored. Mullins walk, Kirsten homer, and the 5th, Hadley homer in the 6th. And hey, pretty simple formula for the Orioles this year. Long ball equals victory. Just 2 in their 8 losses.
I think that would at least be a good sign of what's to come.
So Rutsch with his 3rd of the year and first since opening day when he hit 2 against Toronto. Came into the game with a .590 career slugging percentage against the Jays. Has gone up.
Ball outside, 3-2.
So much for that third time through the order. That OPS just went way up.
Burns hit 2 balls very hard today. Ground out to second, line out to first.
Ball 4. If he'd have called that a strike, I might have got down road to the stadium on my scooter and slapped that guy in the back of the head.
You know, there's been 3 really good ABs this third time through the order. O'Hearn just put another good AB on him.
Rodriguez warming up in the bullpen for the Jays. Rodriguez for the Jays. Pitching coach going to come out and talk. Hey, I've seen some great pitching this week with Preston's team. By the way, everybody that watches Preston's baseball, high school baseball live, there is a whole nother addition to the opening that will show up next week at the game. On the opening of the show, we will have highlights in there of all the top performers. All the top performing statistical things. We'll have highlights in there. I already did the video. It's already on there, ready to go for the opening video. So
pitching staff going over all of that game plan.
A little bit more that we're adding into the broadcast. I can't get this frog out of my throat. Here comes Westberg with 2 outs. Fouls that one off.
I know one thing. That one has got to be way up there when they start to make the Dig Me video from Bradley by the end of the year. That home run, that'll be maybe the first one on there.
Might just be an all Blue Jay highlight video. 3 unanswered for the Orioles here in the 5th and 6th.
Come on, Westberg. Slap a nut somewhere. Let's go. Ball in the dirt. Gets away from the catcher. O'Hearn will take second.
That was such a good read by O'Hearn.
Yeah.
Waited for that ball to get away. As soon as that ball hit
Smack, Tina. Smack.
even if Kurt kept that ball right in front of him, watch this jump. Watch. As soon as that ball hits the dirt, he is gone. We talked about
Smack a nut.
We talked about, hey, even if you're not a base stealer, be prepared to move up on a ball in the dirt and how difficult it is for a catcher to get down on his knees, block the ball, get up, and then make the accurate throw to second base.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. He's way out in front of that. He's all out in front of that off speed.
Well, with that split, it's not necessarily surprising. You know, you're going to bounce that split a lot. And that's a huge play if Wesley can come up with a big base hit right here.
Ball upstairs. 2-2.
He struck him out twice on splitters, so the elevated fastball, maybe a setup pitch.
Yeah, a terrific job of not swinging at it because it's easy to swing at that pitch when you've been seeing the splits down. See if he
Westberg. 2-2 pitch. 2 outs. Runner on second. Ground ball hit hard. Base hit. Over to short. No. Oh, what a play at short. And he beats it out. Oh, my God. What a play at short. Should have been out at first. Guerrero didn't hold it. That's an infield hit. What a play at shortstop. Thank you, Vince. I appreciate that. Wow. I'll take it.
Oh yeah, baby, this is the way.
Hoo-ah. That's the one I was looking for. He would have been out, but he dropped it. Wow. First and third now with 2 outs. Let's go. Woo! Ball outside, 1-0. You got to make that hurt.
A very makeable play and a great play by Bichette. So now Mullins, who has been awesome in these big spots this year.
Strike right there, 1-1.
He has been excellent under pressure with minutes for position.
Ball down low, 2-1. Yeah, that's a good comparison, not block, Dan. That's a good comparison.
Having some big swings on giveaways.
Still trying to get up to 230 on that subscriber count. If you know somebody that's into baseball, send them over here. Let's get up to 230 today. Now we've got interviews at the end of those comic games, so that's kind of fun.
They sit here would give the Orioles the lead.
Mullins fouls that off, 2-2.
This 5th inning walk set the stage for Kirstad's home run. He was the Orioles' first base runner. They've now had 5 in the last 2 innings. Only Aaron Judge has 4 RBIs in the league.
And that would have been an interesting bet at the beginning of the year. 15 games. That was going to be second in the American League in RBIs. But man, he has been so good, so clutch. See if he can do it one more time.
2-2 coming in.
94th pitch for Francis.
Popped up foul. Jerry, Hatbox, how you doing, buddy?
2-2. Good job of fouling off the split right there. Expect another one if you're Cedric?
I think you have to. I mean, that's his out pitch. I think he's going to go to it again. You saw the 4-seamers early in the count, but Man, I think he's going to live and die with his out pitch.
Ball outside, 3-2.
Sets up a really interesting position here. It does. And this is where he is so tough, in my opinion, because in the back of your mind, you have split. You know you have to be careful for that. And in Sed's first at bat, he actually got him in that way. He was, I think, had to protect against the split, and he ran the fastball up, and he couldn't catch up to it.
3-2 pitch.
3-2, line drive, left center field. Get out, ball! Yeah! Up against the wall. Woo! Yeah! Woo! 2 runs are going to score. Mullins into third with a triple. That's what I'm talking about.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
That's the beautiful stuff. Ain't the beer cold, baby?
Ain't the beer cold, baby?
Wow. Cause I'm Cedric Mullins. I'm driving it against the wall.
And I'll win that fight.
Beautiful shot by Mullins. He was flying from the get-go.
And he is fired up.
Orioles up 5-3. We're going to get a pitching change.
You talk to people tomorrow, they're going to tell you there were 115,000 a year. Orioles take their lead. Jays to the bullpen.
Toronto to the bullpen. We'll be right back here. Let me remind you, tonight I'm doing, I know it's a Blue Jay up there and that old thing there, but I thought I had a different one. Where's, oh, I didn't move it over here. Nonetheless, it's Dodgers and the Cubs tonight. Dodgers and the Cubs tonight at 8 o'clock right here on the channel. Hopefully you'll come over and join us for that. Would really appreciate it.
Thank you for joining us. We hope you're loving the broadcast so far. If you haven't already, take a moment to like the stream and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on future shows. Now, back to the man himself. Here's Pete with more of the Pete McDevitt Show.
Hi everyone, this is Jeff from DizOurDream. I just wanted to give you a quick programming update. We go live from the parks Thursday evenings at 5 p.m. Eastern with a show we call Dreaming with Our Pals. We usually have some friends with us and it's usually a lot of fun. We also go live Saturday and Sunday morning from either a park or a resort where we will show you around and have some fun and just giggle a little bit. So come join in and have some fun.
Greetings and salutations, Matt and Jeff Hardy here.
And you're watching the Pete McDevitt Show. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment because the Pete McDevitt Show is absolutely wonderful.
Juicy chicken is always.
All right, top of the seventh. Got to hold off here as we're still trying to get the last out here. I'd like to see the Orioles produce a 2-out run here with Mullins and get him in.
Flips it back and ties the score at 3 before Cedric Mullins goes top shelf for a 2-run triple. Look at the emotion here. Hand clap, fist pump, and a roar for the longest tenured Oriole. On a day where the Orioles fell behind 3-0.
All right, here we go.
Longest tenured Oriole, Anthony Santander, is his old teammate.
Rodriguez comes in, and here's O'Neill. And he hit him. First pitch, he gets drilled.
And this ballpark has been hot for a couple of innings now. Certainly not intentional, but just one more thing to...
Here comes Herkstead. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, I don't think that was intentional, but it sure was odd looking. I'll be honest. I mean, that's not even close. Like, I mean, I don't know. We're going to give him the benefit of the doubt right now.
There would be no reason for
I'm not disagreeing, but the emotion that's going on and like how the Orioles now all of a sudden are raking again, it's interesting.
Ball upstairs, 1-0.
I think I'd want to hit Tyler O'Neill, period. But you see the new pitcher is Yariel Rodriguez. You saw that four-seamer, that sinkers was the one that ran in on him, but 96 miles an hour. The Orioles did 2 bumper blocks of him on opening day, actually.
Ball upstairs, 2-0.
First set, one of his biggest swings as an Oriole 2 innings ago by 2 homers for the Orioles in 2 innings, 56. The previous 22, 3 runs. In the previous 2 innings, 5 runs, and maybe counting.
Oh, Herkstead tried to jerk it. He went fishing on that one. He was trying to jerk that one right out.
Feel like you got everything rolling, and then the next second you can't do anything right, and then you don't know what happened. One swing gets you going. Kirstad had the big swing, and it's just like feels like that emotion and that.
Fouls that one off.
Let's go back to the home run.
Yeah, there you go, Dan.
It's so big. They could not get anything going against Francis, and finally a split gets left up a little bit, and Kirstad knew exactly what to do with it. Made some fans really happy out in center field. Made that
ground ball hit hard over to first. That'll end the inning. We're going to the top of the 7th. Orioles with the lead, 5-3.
Collins triple gives the Oilers their first advantage.
First advantage for Baltimore today. Luke's, Rod, and Bichette, 891 coming up.
If you're injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIMERS. Delmarva's Motorcycle Lawyers.
Dupixent can help people with asthma breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. So this is better. And this. Dupixent is an add-on treatment. Moderate to severe asthma. It's not for sudden breathing problems, and it doesn't replace a rescue. It's proven to help prevent asthma attacks.
Hi there, my name is Allie from Cinder Allie Loves Disney. On my channel, I share Disney pins, items from my collection. I do unboxings, movie reviews, Disney park vlogs, and more. We have so much fun. Be sure and stop by and say hi. Let me know you heard about me from the Pete McDivitt Show. And as always, make it a Disney day.
Every Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, the Disney News and Merch Show comes to your living room. Join us as we bring you the latest updates from around the Disney parks, including brand new merchandise, exciting food offerings, and all the up-to-date news you need. Don't miss the Disney magic right here on the Pete McDivitt Show.
That Friday show is pretty special. It's a good time every Friday night. If you're not doing anything, come on over and hang out for a few minutes.
Premium perks go beyond your seat. Birdland members go up to 30% off merchandise all season. You can start with plans as low as 10 games, select your seats, and have access to an exchange game.
Oh, happy anniversary to the Thibodeaus. I didn't know about that. I just saw that. Happy anniversary. That's awesome. I am touched that you would spend a few minutes with me on your anniversary. Thank you.
Orange Juice Ballpark in the last couple of innings. The Orioles have scored 5 straight to take the lead on the Blue Jays. And Brian Baker stays out there with a 2-run lead. They Nathan
Baker out there.
8 and 9 hitters.
First pitch is the strike. Lucas 0 for 1 today.
Is back warming in the Oriole bullpen, but it's still Baker. Faced the minimum in the 6th thanks to a double play.
Fly ball down the left field line. Monkey nuts. That's going to fall in. That's going to be a double.
Nathan Lucas is on for the 2nd time. He has a leadoff double.
Now you got to work out of that.
Watch games live, receive expert analysis and exclusive pre- and post-game interviews in the palm of your hand. Don't miss a pitch. Go to MASNsports.com and download it today. While the plan may have been for Baker to face Lucas and Roden, but Brandon Heisman his former All-Star reliever right now.
Looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Looks like Cano is coming in. Cano coming in, the big right-hander. Coming in early.
Just hop from a baseball game to a show on Max without leaving DirecTV. It's like all their apps and channels are.
Appreciate everybody being here today. Live tonight at 8 o'clock. Dodgers and Cubs. If you're not doing anything, you got nowhere to go, you got nothing going on, come on over and hang with me. I always appreciate that. Here's a commercial with a squirrel on it.
Whatever you want to watch. Well, I for one have a treat. Why do we yard? Why don't we take our days off? Oh,
I'm in the mood for a good dessert. I'm in the mood for a, like a blizzard would be good. Something like that would be really good.
We only use professional grade echo power.
That's what I'm in the mood for.
Say it's not worth the effort. We say that's another crabgrass. We are yarders.
That would be good.
We all have our own way of waking up. Whatever gets you going, keep
Lilo sent me cookies, but they're all gone. Between myself and Preston, those cookies went kind of quick.
with someone you trust who's there when
So I'm all out of those.
Atlantic Union Bank. Here's
You ever know when you're in the mood for, you have a taste for something, but you can't figure out what it is? It's frustrating. It's like when you have an itch and you can't reach it or something. Or you have a frog that you can't get rid of. All right, Cano, fourth time coming in.
It's 13 batters this year. Beer up and struck out 6. And it hasn't been exactly the recipe so far this season, but man, if you can get Cano and Bautista in there with a lead late in the game, this is making Brendan Hyde very, very happy in that Oriole dugout.
Nah, I don't want any cheese ball. I already had a crab cake sandwich, and that was a 4 out of 5. It was solid. Wasn't from one of the best places here, John. We've got a couple places close that are, the crab cakes are like a 6 out of 5. They're fantastic. But neither one of them was delivering today, so had to go to the next best option. Nobody out here in the 7th. Bird's trying to get through this one. Here's Cano. Strike, 1-1. So I'm very happy with the crab cake.
211 last year at 315, 142 games the last 2 seasons. Getting in this one.
Oh no, center field base hit. Mullins comes flying in. The runner's going to hold. First and third, they're going to hold. You're having a Dairy Queen Sunday. You are doing that. Awesome for you. Good for you. That's awesome. That's fantastic. We just don't have a Dairy Queen close enough. And the one that is that close is atrocious. It's not clean. So I won't go to that one. It's over by Fort Meade. Right outside the base gate at Fort Meade. And for some reason, it's filthy. First and third. Nobody out here. Bichette coming up. Ball outside, 1-0. This is not a good spot for the Orioles right now.
Double and a 7, so an error against Road. Still a 2-run double that gave the Orioles the lead. Cano trying to hold it.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
This is the slider. Good slider right there by Cano. Thrown it 24% of the time so far this year.
Well, I was in one out when I went out to Cleveland one time. I stopped in one out there, and it was spotless. It was beautiful. You could have almost eaten off the floors. It was so clean. Mine, the one I went to here by Fort Meade, not good. Here's the pitch to Bichette. Ground ball over to short. They're going to get the double play and give up the run. Orioles turn it. 5-4 game, but they get the double play. They got it.
To make it 5-4, but that is a worthy trade to get 2.
I found with military bases, you get a lot of that sometimes. Some of the ones around base will be just, you're shaking your head. You go on base, different story. It's not a problem. One of the cleanest chicken places I was ever in was a Kentucky Fried Chicken on Camp Lejeune. This place sparkled. It was so clean. Also found out base commander ate there for lunch two times a week. So makes a difference when the CO's coming in. Stripes up, you're going to do the stuff. Guerrero's up now, 1-1. Officer in-house. You're gonna step up your game.
He does a terrific job. You see his body stay down, and if you saw the ball come out, it almost looked like a knuckleball. There's very little rotation to it. And that's
Guerrero, ground ball to the pitcher. Cano is going to make the play, and that'll end the inning. We're going to the 7th inning. It's time to stretch it out a little bit. I'm going to get up and walk around. Bottom of the 7th coming here. Good luck with cheer, Jeanette. Hope you guys win it. Mountcastle, Holiday, Henderson. Thanks for posting the links for tomorrow, Jeanette, as well. Here comes Mountcastle. Time to get mounted, everybody. Ball inside. Time to get mounted. There's a lot of seats. If I'd have gone to that game today, I could have had great seats. I would have froze my backside off, but 1-1 with the strike right there.
silence for the first few innings. The Jays scored the first 3, but this has been a really, really fun last couple of innings. Great energy. The April game in particular. I mean, you got fans with blankets on that have still been waving their T-shirts and blankets and towels around. And the Orioles, after a pretty frustrating road trip, looking to break through the chill and start this homestand late.
We got a lot of our Disney fans in here too, don't we?
Strikeout against Francis. Pops one up against Rodriguez.
Pops up, second base. That's an out, one away.
Orioles have not had the leadoff man.
I think Sunday night on Insomniacs, I'm going to make a very unique special acknowledgement and announcement on Sunday night. I think I'm going to do something. Sunday night Insomniacs, 10:45. Come on, Jackson. And we're going to have a pitching change, I think. It's that time of the game. Yeah, I think everybody will have to tune in on 10:45 on Sunday night. It'll be worth your while. Bottom of the 7th, we got a timeout. Everybody check and make sure you're subscribed. Sometime YouTube will take you out. If you're new to us today, we're glad you found us. We hope you'll consider hitting that free subscribe. We're trying to grow the community trying to show YouTube what we're doing over here. We're trying to get to 230 today at a minimum. We need 8 new friends to lock us up. So that's actually a really good idea. I would need somebody to track that for me, though. I don't know if I could handle tracking all that too. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Mason Fluharty. Fluharty coming in. Mason.
Call Science and Cook at 1-800-LAWYERS or visit youhavealawyer.com. You have a phone, you have a lawyer.
What time's that game start tonight? 8 o'clock. I might put my legs on and drive down to Dunkin' Donuts and get a Baskin-Robbins ice cream.
Sam has big plans for the future. That's why Sam has a free personalized plan for retirement. A flexible plan helps Sam stay on top.
Royals and the Guardians has started.
Do anything that comes Sam's
They've started their game.
No matter where your day takes you, Fidelity can help you take on
The Flyers are winning. Jeanette just left and her Flyers are winning.
Orioles upcoming schedule brought to you by Science and Kirk.
I'm all chocolate chip. I would get a chocolate chip milkshake with vanilla syrup is what I would get. Extra thick. I like mine thick. I like to be able to taste the cream. Oh, I have you addicted to red velvet? There, okay. Well, mission complete, Ryan. All right, Fluharty against Holiday. Mission complete, Ryan. Red velvet is pretty special when it's fresh. It's got to be really fresh. If it is, man, it's good. If it's been sitting for a little bit, that oil comes out and it's awful. 2 balls, no strikes.
Hoo-ah! Another lefty in Henderson.
Strike right there, 2-1 on the sweeping breaker. Yeah, I think we already talked about something there, Mr. Doug. Soto getting loose in the bullpen. Oh, swinging a monkey nuts. Come on. Don't jerk your head, kid. Keep your head in there. You're not going to hit a thing when you pull your daggone head. Yep. There will be something. I think last year the Guardians beat the Orioles overall, if I remember correctly. I think Molly had the big wins on all those. Ball upstairs, 3-2. Chocolate Extreme Blizzard. See, I wouldn't do the Chocolate Extreme, Ryan. I'm glad you like that. I want something more vanilla. I need to go back to Dairy Queen and do something more towards the vanilla side of this Blizzard and give it a fair take. Holiday struck out. Oh, man. Oh, boy. That was not a good one.
Wind up. Swung on and missed.
All right, 2 outs in the inning. Orioles trying to get something going. That fudgy, crunchy thing. Oreo Blizzard is pretty. I thought that's what I had, but it was like a heavy chocolate. Maybe I just ordered the wrong. I probably screwed it up. You've never been to Baskin Robbins? We're changing that when you come down here. It's nothing special. Your Dairy Queen's better than Baskin Robbins. At least most of them. Line drive shot. Lay down, ball. Lay down. That's an out. Diving play by the center fielder. That'll end the 7th. That'll end the 7th as we do it. All right, top of the 8th coming in. Soto's coming in to pitch. Soto. I need to find a more local place that does. The local place that I used to have, Pizza used to have an ice cream shop, and they would make local good shakes that were pretty good. But they stopped doing that. They're not doing ice cream anymore. They're just sticking with the pizza. You know what I got? I forgot. I got that ice cream place in Ellicott City that we went to. I could never. I don't think they deliver though. I don't think I can get that delivered. Right across the street from you. Well, you got it made, Vicky. You got it made. What was the name of that place that we went to for the ice cream and the things? I'm drawing a blank, as I usually do since I've had this daggone coma. Coma kills half my stuff that I try to think about. That I get frustrated about. Local diner here with some dip coma. That's cool, Ryan. Santander, Jimenez, and Springer right up the middle. Crazy Mason. That was it. Took me like 10 minutes. Are you kidding me? Crazy Mason delivers. Whoa. I had custard up in Cleveland for the first time. That was good. Crazy Mason delivers.
And by the Lawn Tigers, in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAWN-TIGERS.
Dun, dun.
Full effect here with the Orioles up 5-4 in the 8th.
Yeah, and how good are these guys at the back end of this bullpen so far? Soto, you see, is 6 games, 0 ERA.
Doesn't look like they deliver milkshakes though. They deliver everything but.
You're going to see a sinker running up there almost a little over 50% of the time at 97 plus miles an hour. Gets a ton of ground balls, 80%.
I'll pass. All right, Soto coming in. First pitch, swing and a miss. Santander turns around to the right side.
So the top 1% of pitchers' ground ball rate early in the year, that 80% number you mentioned. Anthony with a home run today. His first as a Blue Jay.
Ball outside, 1-1.
4 days rest for Soto. Again, with it 2 off days, this Orioles bullpen extremely well rested. And
soft serve ice cream wouldn't be bad tonight. We got Opie's right down the street. Wonder what time the kids all work till. Popped up foul. That would be kind of cool. Vanilla, soft serve, creamy. Vanilla creamy with rainbow sprinkles. That would be good. Ground ball hit hard to short. Gunner's got it. Over to first, 1 away. A little bit of softy.
Because there's a pretty good chance you're going to get a ground ball. So Anthony Dominguez getting that right arm loose down there in the Orioles bullpen.
Dominguez getting loose in the bullpen. That custard was actually really good. That East Coast custard, that was different. Man, and the people were standing in line for that. Good Lord. Fly ball center field. 2 outs. I'd love to have me Mr. Softy. I wish that truck would come by my house. Here comes Springer.
But the Orioles felt like he's going to get at bats and get back into the swing of things. Still better for him to do it here. The good days are coming for Gunnar Anderson, no doubt about that.
Springer takes first pitch for a strike.
I'm sure Gunnar didn't want to stay down there any longer than he had to either. So, but at the same time, he was swinging the bat fine down there. I think this is just part of the process. Sometimes you go through those 10, 12 game things that nothing goes.
I think Amber's working a double today too, which stinks. Preston's working now. He just went in.
Seven pitches, 6 strikes for Soto, trying to finish off a whip quick 8.
0-2 for Soto. Check swing. He went. Oh! Where was the pitch? It looked like a strike as it was. Where was that? He just called him the horse's backside.
Oh, that's a strike both ways.
That's a strike. Oh, there you go. Baseball karma. Strikeout right there. That's what happens. That's called baseball karma at its best. That's a swing and a miss. He goes down.
Windup. Swung on and missed.
Bottom of the eighth coming up. Bottom of the eighth coming up.
Thank you for joining us. We hope you're loving the broadcast so far. If you haven't already, take a moment to like the stream and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on future shows. Now, back to the man himself. Here's Pete with more of the Pete McDevitt Show.
Already done. Yeah, we came earlier.
He did the research. Bear has #1 rated products.
Yes, I'm not really needed here today.
No.
Let's go. I'm still here. Do your research and get great value at an everyday low price. Only.
I wish I could figure out how to do that mobile stream deck. Be so great if I could sit down below at those baseball games and just touch buttons and videos hit. That would be amazing.
Will get delivered right to the hotel. Because no one gets out of joyful family fun.
Although I'm very happy with the baseball broadcast. I think they're going along very well. Today in Orioles history, everybody, Frank Robinson was named the first African-American manager in Orioles history. April 12th, 1988, Frank Robinson manages the Baltimore Orioles. Hall of Famer. He's got a statue there at the park in Legends Park down there in the center field. Love it.
Adley Rutschman brought the house down.
Adley Rutschman 1 for 3 with a solo blast here, batting in the 8th. Takes a strike, 1-1. Yankees won again. Of course they did.
Lefty Mason Ujhardy still in.
Strike. Oh, don't take that. Right down the pipe. He had to have been looking curve and just didn't see it. Had to have been.
That thing got this place going like crazy. I think part of it was his reaction. You know, just how fired up he was. A little out of body for Adley, who has just seemed so much more relaxed this year, second half last year.
Ball outside, 2-2.
There's just been a free and easy. I think you must have seen some of that down in spring training. I did. I think he put a lot of work in. I would say this. You know, when all eyes
Bautista getting loose.
in the second half of last season, it's all that more impressive to me to be able to come out and be as consistent.
Ball inside, 3-2.
To come out and be able to do what he's done so far, knowing that everybody's looking. Are you the old Rutch or are you the new Rutch? Or, you know, and that just shows how good he is. And when I was talking to Cody Ashley, the hitting instructor, I asked who he was, you know, most proud of so far. He said Rutch.
Rutschman drives it to right. Not enough, though.
All 4 balls today have been hard hit, 95 or up. Adley 1 for 4.
1 out in the inning. Urias going to come in for a Hearn. Schneider's going to go get a right-hander out of the pen.
Pitcher for the Blue Jays. So 1-run lead for the Orioles, 1 out in the 8th. Green and Urias to match up next.
Green versus Urias when we come back.
It's like getting bait mail, and you need the protection of Batman. Easy, Batmobile, not too fast, baby.
You never play with poison ivy.
Someone's a flirt. Batman, please.
So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm.
State Farm must have paid a ton of money to work with Batman. DC Comics must have paid them a fortune.
With me. Even though I get dirty, hit, and slid into, I'm part of every Orioles home run, which could be awesome for you when you play Home Run Riches from the Maryland Lottery. You can win instant.
All right, let's go with the lottery commercials.
And win $500 for being selected, $500 for every Orioles home run, and $5,000 for every grand slam. Yep, there's no place like home. Enter all season at MLBLottery.com.
Oh, come on.
Onboard Wi-Fi that goes wherever you go. How it should be. The Hyundai Elantra.
Get 3.99% APR or $12.50 bonus cash on the.
All right, this should be the last commercial here.
Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
There we go. Green just about done his warm-ups.
Green will be the new pitcher for the Blue Jays. His 8th appearance of the season, 6 2/3 innings. You see that went under one. Opponents hitting just 174. He is a veteran, been around a long time, 10 years in the big leagues with the Yankees for quite a bit of time. His 345th game of his career, and he has really been phenomenal.
All right, Urias going to try to get something going.
They hit just 206 for the season. Ramon Urias coming in, he'll have a tough challenge right away.
Instead of lefty brain eye. Chooses what he knew would be a righty matchup.
Ground ball to third. Oh, what a knockdown. And no, he's safe at first. Guerrero can't pick another one.
Guerrero has not picked a throw for first, and the Orioles get a base run.
Wonder what they score that one.
Yeah, I mean, this is a play. Look, this is the big leagues, and I'll tell you what. Will Wagner does the tough part. You watch this play. Sliding backhand short hop. Yeah, okay, this is probably a little harder pick at first than maybe I thought initially. He's got to reach to that outfield side. You know, personally, I think he stretched too early. I think he got out there, and you see he's not even he doesn't have his balance under him. He's falling.
Mateo is going to be the pinch runner for him. That's Walt's favorite player, Mateo. Everybody should go to Mouse Talk social media right now and tell them Mateo is in the game. Go to Mouse Talk social media. Mateo is in the game. Let them know. Westberg coming up to hit.
He only won a Gold Glove 3 years ago. Has mostly had a top career in the field.
Throw to first, back in.
Last time we saw Jorge as a pinch runner was Tuesday in Arizona. He came in and probably stole second and third off of A.J. Puck.
Yes, he did.
Sizable lead against Green.
He's gone.
Kurt knew he was going to go, and the throw was there. Mateo didn't think so, and the Orioles will see if this is worthy of the challenge. He is called out.
Show it again.
And the Orioles will challenge it. Baltimore challenging the overall at second base.
Oh, that is close. I will say this, KB. When Mateo took off, I thought Kirk had zero chance of throwing him out. See, this is the play. He got him. I think he's out.
I think he's out.
This is the thing. A lot of times, if you throw that ball right to the bag, if that ball's on the base, I think he's safe. But he gets that ball up the line, and sometimes you get a little bit of extra off that line. And if your fielder, like Jimenez is so good at, gets him on that back leg, you actually get him earlier than you would if you got him at the base. Terrific throw, terrific tag. We'll see what the call is.
That's going to be an out.
Phenomenal jump.
This is your Hyundai Manager's Challenge with a brand new Hyundai enjoying in every journey.
I know you can appreciate, too, the tag from Andres Jimenez, who's won the last 3 Gold Gloves. He's still
Great tag by Jimenez.
as good as it gets in all of Major League Baseball. He has 61 outs above average in his.
Got him on the knee before.
Incredible. And that is a play that it's not as easy as he made it look. I'll tell you that. Going up that line to make that tag. And here he is. He read the throw so early and gets over there.
Review, the call on the field is confirmed. The runner is out. Now, you're in the portion of the game where crew chiefs can initiate a review. So if you lose your challenge here, no big deal. The Orioles take a shot, and Mateo, the pinch runner, is erased.
Erased.
On that throw from Kirk, because that was phenomenal. On 1.9 seconds. That is incredible. I mean, that is so good.
1.9 seconds to the base. That's sick. Strike 1 and 2 to Westberg.
And I'll tell you, as you mentioned earlier, they signed him to a 5-year, almost $60 million contract. It's not because of his bat. It's because of that right there. He can catch it, bro.
Fly ball, center field, playable. That'll end the inning. We're going to the 9th. Uh-oh. I hear we got a mountain coming. It's Batista time. Orioles going to try to close this thing out. Wagner, Kirk, and Luke's coming up. Wagner, Kirk, and Luke's.
Get 3.99% ATR or up to $2,000 bonus cash on the Palisade or lease for only $389 a month. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bringing home a new best friend with Dutch Access Expert Vet Care 24/7.
Close the door. Yeah, we got to hope that happens.
On nutrition and behavior. With convenient, trusted care, just a
Got to hope that happens.
delivered right to your door. Dutch is here for all your new parent questions and those everyday uh-oh moments. Because at Dutch, we're more than a service. We're by your side every step of the way. Dutch, expert care whenever and wherever you need it. Bringing home a new best friend with Dutch Access Expert Vet Care 24/7, including same-day virtual appointments and guidance on nutrition and behavior. With convenient
Waiting for them to come through here.
prescriptions delivered right to your door. Dutch is here for all your new parent questions and those everyday uh-oh moments. Because at Dutch, we're more than a service.
Let's go. Let's go.
Every step of the way. Dutch expert care whenever.
Bautista.
First save opportunity of the season. It sure is good to see him back on that mound. His 4th appearance of the year. You see a couple of blips at 60-yard ring, but this is where he really lives right here. This is where he thrives. The game on the line, 1-run game, bottom of the 9th here at Camden Yards. You're going to see Felix at his best.
A 5-4 Oriole lead.
First pitch is a strike.
First pitch at 95, but we've seen the velocity around 96, 97 typically this year. Mariano takes over for Histon first at and left.
Ground ball tapped over to first. Mountcastle got it. 1 away.
2 pitches, 2 strikes, and 1 out.
Now, this is just what he does. He comes in, he throws strikes, he gets ground balls. Yeah, you know, a mile or an hour or so here and there for Felix really isn't going to make that big a difference, although averaging still this year 97.4 on his sinker. So the first one was down a little, but that split just gets so many ground balls.
Alejandro Kirk, number 70.
Pitch goes in. That's a ball outside.
Told you a couple of times about Bautista's return, that it was his first game. He returned since August 25th, 2023. His last save the day before.
Michael, welcome in. Sagano, he pitched earlier. He got smacked around, Michael. Gave up 5 runs. Ball down low. 3-0.
Gregory Soto had a perfect 8. Guerrero and Santander are a ways away now.
Yeah, you really don't want to put this lineup over to Bo Bichette.
No, he's not in the game anymore. He's been out of the game for 5 innings. He went out in the 5th.
So Toronto puts the tying run on first base.
Tying run on first for Batista there as he walks Kirk. They're going to run for him. There's no way they let him continue to run.
Teams have a lot of success stealing against Bautista. And the Blue Jays are going to send in Miles Straw as a pinch runner.
Miles Straw will be your runner. Knew that was coming.
So the tying run, Straw at first.
Luke's 1 for 2 tonight. He's coming up.
A good runner against a pitcher, it takes a long time to get to the plate.
Throw to first. Runner's back.
Career high in 2021, 30 steals. 2 years ago, his everyday player with Cleveland was 20 to 26. So a solid base runner. Base steal. He's going.
Runner goes. Throw to second. He steals it.
The tying run is at second.
And they had everything they wanted right there. Bautista threw a fastball off. I mean, this is a pretty good pitch to throw on. Rutsch kind of spikes it a little bit, and it's on that third base side just enough for Straw to be able to get that hand in the back corner of the bag. You know, if that throw is on the first base side, he's out. And Rutsch, I think, if you would...
Nah, he had that stolen all the way, no matter what.
Just a tiny bit better throw to that first base side.
Pitch is fouled off.
Average major league pump time is a little over 2 seconds. That's from glove to bag for a catcher. Kirk had a 1.9 second pump time in the 8th. This was even faster, 1.84.
Wow.
So he was out of the crotch very quickly, but the throw was not accurate.
You saw the difference, though. Kirk's throw led his second baseman on the first base side. That one took Henderson to the third base side.
Fastball again, fouled off. 1-2.
So what the time difference was made up dramatically with where the throw was on the line side. And that's the difference in getting a guy out and not getting a guy out on a stolen base.
Walk and a double for Lucas today. Tying run is Straw.
Oh, where was that? That you just missed.
And I will say a very good call by Mark Wagner, also behind the plate.
Hit road is on deck. The shed would be after that. 2-2.
Popped up. Third base side. Will it stay in play? No. Been nice if that could have stayed in play.
Lucas and Roden have done a terrific job at the bottom of this order, putting together good at-bats. They've been on base 4 out of their 6 times to the plate today. Really, really solid quality ABs. Another one right here. Lucas fouling off some pitches, 97 at the top of the zone right there. He's able to spoil.
Draw hopping off second, 2-2.
Fouls that one straight back.
Not exactly where Bautista wanted to get that split for sure. The hanging's good. Sometimes it doesn't work out very well. Unfortunately, that time, Lucas fouls it straight back. He goes right back to it and is able to get that ball down.
Splitter in the dirt. Runner holds.
But Strawn didn't advance. Bucks got to it quickly. It's 3-2. The Orioles' first save opportunity of the year.
There is that split down. Rutsch does a really good job of keeping it close enough to keep Strawn at second base. As a base runner right there, you cannot take the chance of making that out at third base. You are the tying run in scoring position already.
3-2. Popped him up again.
Popped him up again.
Boy, these Blue Jays today, they have only scored 4, but they have only struck out twice in Toronto's first 34 plate appearances in a game.
Well, you can see the approach. I mean, if you see where Laureano, the left fielder, is playing, he is almost on the line in left field. Look to the approaches. He is just going to take that fastball and slap it to left.
The ninth pitch coming.
Ball outside. Son of a gun.
Frustrated Felix trying to get back in sync. Only his 4th game of the year after missing the season. And he's won the 2nd and 3rd Blue Jay batters here in the ninth.
Oh, my God.
Well, the Orioles have turned 5 double plays today. They have an opportunity to end the game with a 6th. Alan Roden, a rookie out of Creighton, with a go-ahead runs on base.
Ground ball, top to third. They'll get 1. They get the second out. Runners at second and third now. And here comes Bichette. Oh, my God.
The Blue Jays were dying to flip this order over and get back to Bo Bichette. The Orioles were trying to do everything possible to not let this top of the order come back around again. And this is going to be one heck of a matchup right here.
2 All-Stars. It's Felix Bautista and Bo Bichette. With the game on the line.
Curveball, swing and a miss. Way to pitch and reverse to start him.
Great pitch. You knew Bichette was probably going to try to ambush something early in that count. You don't want to get to 2 strikes in this situation. As good a 2-strike hitter as he is, but Bautista threw a terrific slider on the first pitch.
0-1 coming in from Bautista. Fastball at 97. He can't catch up. 0-2, but this guy's a great 2-strike hitter. You can't take this away.
This is where Bichette gets so tough. You'll see him spread out his stance. And he does not swing and miss very often. And he definitely is one of the best in the game. With 2 strikes and going to right field. That will be his approach.
He's got 2
0-2.
today. Bautista trying to hold it for the 3rd.
In the dirt, Rushman holds it. Nice job, Rushman.
Oh, the pressure becomes so big back there behind the plate on Rutsch. You know he's going to bounce that split at some point. He does a terrific job right there, just smothering that ball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Confidence in your guy behind the plate to throw that pitch with the tying run on 3rd.
1-2.
1-2 for Felix. In the ninth.
Rocks and deals. Strike 3.
Wind up. Swung on and miss.
There's no crying in baseball.
Birds win it 4-3. Birds win it 4-3. How about that for a little bit of Orioles magic, everybody?
Orioles magic, feel it happen. Orioles magic, feel it happen. Orioles magic, feel it happen.
Birds pull it out. Birds pull it out. Let's see the final numbers here are. Orioles 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. Blue Jays 4 runs, 10 hits, 1 error, 6 left on base. Bautista will get the save. That's a big win for the Birds there. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do it for me. We're going to do the Dodgers and Cubs a little bit later tonight in about an hour or so. Please come back and hang out with you for there. Picked up a game on them today. That's great. Baker gets the win. Bautista the save. Francis the loss. We'll see you next time on Baltimore Baseball.
Orioles magic, feel it happen.